I'm lost.
The well of eternity.
All right. I don't know.
All
what
right.
this
Hello?
one does.
Hello? That sounds. You sound a little weird. I sound
we're
a little
real
weird.
tinny right now.
Hey, we're real tinny.
Hey, Roger.
Hey,
Receiving transmission. What?
This one's the best one.
I don't know about that.
I don't really like any of these. Can you turn them off? Oh no,
Steve.
Now I'm in space.
What's that? What's it called in? I know it's like a concept in most things. But in Bloodborne, that map where it's just empty gray void.
Void.
I
Thank
don't
God.
know.
The void's gone.
What do you mean the map where it's empty gray void?
Yeah, it's
Make
like
sure
a
I put everything
fucking.
back.
It's used in a lot of games.
I don't even
It's
know
a
what you're
WoW
saying.
raid.
The empty gray void.
Yeah, I would
Elysium?
just guess a void. Yeah,
Purgatory.
There's like a fucking name for it.
Empty gray void.
Empty gray void.
Elysium.
I don't know, bro.
What's the raid called in World of Warcraft?
You fight Xavius.
Who the fuck is that?
Xavius
It's
Malfoy.
like a satyr.
Yeah, he's the
Xavier
Dude,
Malfoy
you're a
of
guy, Phil.
Triple X Return to
Were you
Hogwarts.
still playing?
Here we go. Here we go. We're back at it again.
Were you still playing during that?
Was that
literally
Legion?
ignoring us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Start the
played Legion.
podcast.
Oh, I
Just
know.
I dipped into
Believe me, it's already
every-
recorded.
stop.
It's already
Other than the
recorded.
newest one, I dipped my toes into every expansion that comes
Let's
up. I
go.
haven't seriously played since
Yeah, but
Wrath of the Lich
Xavius-
King.
I crowdfunded World of Warcraft Legion because I refused to buy that game.
there was crowdfunded it for yourself. Yes, I remember that.
That's
Funded
awful.
in
It's
25
funny because
minutes.
it's the last time I really enjoyed the game.
I would never play it again.
Yep.
Unless all the expansions were given to me for free.
Oh,
And even then, I probably wouldn't
That's
play it.
generally how it is. All of the expansions up until the most current one are
Given to you for free.
Are given you for free.
Their vanilla WoW, you still have to pay for it, right? It's
If
not like
you-
a free thing.
If you do
You
the,
pay for the membership, and that is it.
You used to be able to do vanilla servers, no?
Oh, I used to
still
do
can.
that.
well, they're still free to play. That always exists. But
Oh, see,
if you just pay for a WoW subscription, you can play classic WoW. You can play up to
You don't have
Wrath
to
of the
buy
Lich King.
shit.
You can play the current one. You can play whatever you want. It's just one sub.
one sub.
That's
Yo, guys, what's up? Welcome to
One
Hive
sub.
Scum.
Oh, thank you, Steven. I forgot.
Oh, thank you so much, Steven.
Steven, you are the best.
Steven, thank you.
Yeah, welcome to Hive Scum. You started, Steve. Come on.
What I got to say?
Oh, see.
Figure it out.
You got it. All right. Welcome to Hive Scum, the grim and gritty podcast for the 28 community. I'm Steve at South of Heaven.
I'm Terry at No Clear Coat.
I'm Gage at Blood Transfusion.
I'm Phil at Stone.jaw.
All right. And we're back for another installment of Hive Scum.
Episode 18. 18.
I got to get the fucking sampler out here so we can make some sounds. Yeah, we need more sounds in this. As if that's what the listeners really want. This is more of a
Real
sound-based
morning
podcast.
radio. Welcome to Terry and the Hive
Yeah.
Scums.
Terry and the Hive Scum.
Terry and the Scumrags.
We've done roughly 2 a month, so I will know that we are at a year when we hit 24.
This year was
episodes.
weird because now we're on a 2-week rotation, but there was a while where we were just like, when do you want to record next? It was
yeah.
It was like a very loose D&D session.
Now
Yeah.
we're professional.
We're
Wow.
pros.
Now
You know,
we got to be.
We might, who knows, maybe one day we'll step it up a little more.
One a week?
No.
Stop
Never
it.
in my life.
No.
Stop it. Unless we hire an editor.
Yeah.
Because, dude, editing is
I don't know
fine.
anyone that I would trust enough to do that.
I would trust anybody. I don't really do too much. It's just, you know what's the worst is listening to the podcast.
Yes. I
Yeah.
hate when you
Yeah,
send that
it's
episode.
It's funny.
right
I don't mind listening to it because I usually do not remember anything.
I mean,
You
that's
guys-
true.
You guys will talk, or people in the Discord will talk about stuff, and I'm just like, when did I say that?
Dude, you.
yeah, no, same.
The other day, you were like, we definitely answered this question. And Phil and I were like, no, you didn't. We never answered this question.
Oh, see, that's what I mean.
Yeah. No, but listening to it back and having to be like, how is like, I don't know. It is what it is, but it would be nice to hand that off to somebody. You
Yeah,
know, when
sure.
we're millionaires, I don't know how like hiring somebody is like an insane concept.
Well, it's
That'll
not that
never
crazy. You
happen.
pay
you're not-
someone for
you're
the
not-
job. It's not like
yeah. That sort of stuff is just like Fiverr sort of.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Or like
Now
that
you
kind
gotta
of
be
pay
thinking.
structure.
$40 and they go through the freaking hour thing and they just snip it.
Listen,
$40 an hour?
well, if they could do it in an hour, I don't know if I'd pay them $40. That's a lot of money.
$40?
I'll do it for
$40
$40
an hour? Fuck. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll quit.
Do it for $40.
You're only working 1 hour.
No, I mean just for podcasts in general.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
I listen to fucking idiots talk about World of Warcraft for $40 an hour. Are you kidding me?
I don't want to say I'm distrustful of others doing things, but I think that's probably part of a mental
You're
hang
giving
up
up
that I have.
creative
control.
The way
I have a hard time passing that off to people.
the way you'd have to do it is have to literally record yourself doing an edit of an episode and be like,
Yeah.
"This is my expectation of you."
yeah.
This is our style.
It's
Yeah.
a small expectation. I'm no professional at this editing
Yeah.
thing. However,
But where you make cuts, what you cut,
Yeah.
and like how you cut.
yeah,
it.
all the or
I don't cut that shit, dude. I leave all that in.
Yeah?
This is real shit. The only thing I cut is
You make
fucking.
me sound real smart every episode.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that's just you, dude.
Oh, dude, thank you so much.
You just sound like that. What I do cut is Phil's burps and he's trying so hard.
Trying. Phil just vomited in his mouth trying to burp.
No, don't burp on purpose because I will.
That
cut.
was Steve,
That was
not
Steve.
me.
Yeah, Steve's
It was
nasty.
bad. Anyways, yeah, but I
Burp's
don't think
bad?
we'll ever hire. And I don't think we'll ever go to a weekend episode. Come on, guys.
No way.
That's a lot of work. And this is supposed to be fun. I don't want this
That's what
ever
the
to be
Patreon's for.
work. Yeah. I don't want this ever to be work. This is just fun.
It'll never be work.
It's silly.
You know what is work though? Trying not to sweat to death in this room right now.
Are you hot?
Sorry.
I'm double layered up. I'm fine.
We could switch sides. Terry put a log on.
Yeah,
I'm getting real cozy right now.
dropped the log. Yeah, it's
I mean,
fall
how
time.
often do I go shirtless when we're recording?
Oh yeah.
Kind
Yeah.
of often.
But you know what?
I'm good right now.
You won't
Yeah.
have to
In the
anymore.
new
I won't.
the new space?
The new space, which will surely be
Space.
freezing cold.
You think it'll be freezing cold there?
No.
No.
It was
And-
very comfortable.
Anyways, guys, we're the space. We're closing in on the space.
We got a
Closing in.
studio.
November 1st.
Means
So-
nothing to them because this is
It's gonna
recorded
be- this is
so-
gonna be out.
This will be out probably right before November. This
This'll-
might even be out in November.
November
It's fucked up
3rd
that
is Sunday.
we didn't even think to record like a spooky Halloween episode and put it out.
It's right now.
We still got
This
time.
is the spooky episode.
Will this come out in time?
Wait,
for-
hold on,
I hear
hold
a
on.
ghost.
Wait. Boo!
Oh, stop, dude! That
Oh,
scared
wow.
the shit out of me. That was loud as hell. You're a jerk.
Terry's got ghosts at his house.
Yeah, now I do.
That's true.
Now I just fucking had a post traumatic.
I think if anyone's house is haunted, it's Steve's. I feel like your house is
It's
the
not haunted.
oldest.
It's not haunted.
Yeah. Okay.
No, you'd beat the shit out of those guys.
Though
had a
I have been
shaman?
told 2 witches lived in my house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, there you
back to
go.
back.
Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
it's haunted at all, Steve.
By witches, I mean like
Cool witches,
not like
baby witches.
yeah, like
Baby
silly
witches. Is Haley
Silly
one of the
witches.
witches?
No,
she's the third witch.
she's the third.
The third witch.
So-
That's a sick name. Just
The
like
third witch.
just
The
not
third
even
witch.
knowing what the first 2 witches are. Just
Yeah.
be like, hey, I'm the third witch.
Yeah, it'd be a sick name for a movie.
Like the Seven Sisters.
Seven Sisters. Seven Sisters Asleep.
Sick band.
Great band. I actually really like them.
Yeah.
Kyle one time called them a snooze fest of a band, but but I think they're fun. It's so slow, it makes me want to go to sleep.
Yeah, that's a cool kind of music.
That's
Yeah,
a
I think
very
it's
cool
sick.
music.
But anyways, we got a space. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you out talking about ghosts or something.
Maybe the space is haunted.
No.
Maybe
It's an old school.
It's an old school.
oh, it's
It's because people
definitely
die in
haunted.
schools all the
Yeah.
time. Well, actually,
Do
Yeah,
they? I don't
they
know.
do.
I don't think people die in schools.
The school in the town I grew up in had multiple kids die in the pool.
do you think a
pool-
school
the pool on
becomes
the roof?
haunted after that?
The pool on the roof?
The pool on the roof must have a leak.
That's my guy.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, shit.
That's a common. I don't know if you guys are making reference, but that's
We are.
that's like a common thing at just high schools everywhere, at least in America, is to say, yeah, there's like a pool on the 4th floor
In the
or
basement.
whatever.
Yeah.
There's a pool in the basement.
Yeah, the pool.
We're
on
not
the
going
roof.
to tell them. We're not telling them.
That's
No.
fine. Phil and I will live.
Our listeners will know.
Posers.
Phil and I will live as posers. Phil,
I live a rich and full life, okay?
That's
Yeah.
fine.
That's not true.
being
What
a
do you
fellow
mean?
poser, what have you been doing?
What have I been doing?
Oh, we're diving in.
We're diving in.
been
Oh,
on
we're
work?
diving in.
I'm
What are you
back
working
on the
on?
rules,
Okay,
baby.
Well,
All right.
This
He's peeking
episode's
the
filled
mic.
with rules.
I am slowly working on Zangors still.
Nice.
I don't want to do anything else until the one unit is finished.
You're in the
But
zone.
I'm taking my time. I got about like an hour worth of like work in me per day that I'll do.
That's
But I
more
paint-
than enough.
I
That's-
paint
yeah.
very slow. I think the guy I'm working on
Yeah.
now, I'm probably at about 3.5 hours
And it's been
on
great
the
to see
one
you
guy.
kind of chip away at them
Yeah.
and send pictures.
The other thing too, while the last time I was working, I was thinking like, oh, so much of my time, like my dedicated, my time that I'm painting, I'm also just like scrolling through YouTube, getting up to like get a snack.
Oh yeah, but that's all part of it.
Yeah,
It's part of the experience.
yeah. So when it all is said and done, for every hour that I'm painting, I'm probably doing 35 to 40 minutes of actual
fine.
work.
That's fine.
A lot can be done in that.
Yeah.
Yes, literally the most.
Well, not me. I do
important-
everything with a very small brush, and I'm extremely detail oriented.
That's fine. The most important thing is just sitting down in your space, like
Yep.
literally
Yeah, yeah.
in the chair, even just putting paint on the paintbrush, man, because you'll do something with it and you'll
Yeah.
keep going.
You're one of
like I
those
need-
freaks that like really cares about the underbelly of a model that you'll never see.
Oh yeah, I'm tipping it over, painting his gooch area.
Yeah,
Painting,
I like that.
Yeah,
though. I mean that's like a whole nother side of it. You know what I mean? That like,
Golden Demon
going
guys don't
deep.
even do that. They
I
paint
don't
one
know.
side. One side of the model.
I don't know.
I think checking the dick out of every model
I
is
think
part of the
Golden
Golden
Demon
Demon.
guys. I think Golden Demon guys fucking go hard as hell. They're like 40 hours on the arm kind of thing.
I thought that was the whole thing was like guys would paint only the front
That's
of the
old.
model.
That's old like
That's
white,
White
dwarf,
Dwarf.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Just for
covers.
photographers.
Box
I mean,
art.
we've
Box
seen the
art.
Golden
Yeah,
Demon
box
stuff.
art
It's all
stuff.
painted.
Yeah.
Golden Demon, dude. Those hearing like the crazy thing is like the Golden Demon times that people spend on those models get more and more. I feel like each year it'll be like, oh, this person spent 160 hours painting. Oh, this person
get a
spent
life.
320 hours. It's just like these insane jumps of time where it's just like, like
Like,
that's
you could just
insane.
buy a Slayer sword on Amazon, right?
Yeah.
Can I?
I'm sure.
No, dude, you guys didn't go to the ceremony well, you
No,
went to
I
the
missed
ceremony
it.
the first year.
Yeah.
The first year.
Yeah.
I think I was the only one at the ceremony last year. They're talking about the Slayer sword is made at like an actual.
no
they,
shit.
They
really?
go to a legit blacksmith in the UK. Yeah.
Dude, that's
I mean,
cool.
that's
And they get a new one every year, or
Yeah.
there's one.
No, they get a new one every year.
Having a
I
Slayer
believe
sword
the
would be
winner
so
brings
sick.
it home.
They've been up on Amazon. People sell them. Or not eBay.
eBay? Real Slayer sword? No.
Yeah, people sell their White Dwarf winning fucking things on eBay. I bet I can find one right now.
Yeah, it's like the Pimp My Ride thing. Where like this
car that
I don't
doesn't work.
need this. Yeah, I need to sell it.
They only made the paint look cool and the wheels, but the car still sucks.
And then they take the wheels
No.
back after you are about to go home.
Selling your Slayer sword is the saddest thing. I feel like I would give somebody money.
My wife made me get rid of the Slayer sword.
Yeah, I would give them money for them to keep it rather than buy it. It'd be like, please, like, just don't give this, just selling this fucking thing. These boys are frantically looking for a Slayer sword right now.
I need it.
What are you looking at? Oh, Golden Demon.
Oh, the other thing I'm working
Just
on, I
coming
was
up with porn.
was doing a little
Wow.
bit of doodling.
Doodling?
Yeah,
What do
yeah.
you doodle?
Well, I didn't finish anything, but I was the world building that I do for my 1-day D&D campaign. I was thinking about the idea of like making a paladin in a non sort of like Eurocentric sort of theme. So I started doodling this guy. He sort of escorts pilgrims that are making a pilgrimage down like a river, where like a super long like continent wide river that like along it there's all sorts of like temples, and he sort of like escorts people along them. And he's like kind of this vaguely like Southeast Asian style guy. Like he's got the golden armor. He's got
hell
like
yeah.
a glaive. And he's Oath of the Ancients. Okay. And so the all of these like river temples, they attract crocodiles. And he
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so he's got like sort of like crocodile, he's got crocodile
He's got
leather.
gaiters
yeah,
on him.
Yeah.
New boot goofing.
And so you've been drawing him.
I started doodling
Yeah.
just like the like how do I, like
Awesome.
how do I take like this sort of like heavy armor like of like a paladin, and then have this more like ornate sort of like Buddhist art style
Scale mail
on
layered
it.
with
So
robes.
And then how do I also take the sort of like Oath of Ancients and make it like a nature guy as well?
Yeah.
That's where I'm having a little bit of trouble thinking about how to do it. But
Yeah.
I'll figure that out.
No, drawing is so sick. I mean, it's like doodling, like you said, is I think the best thing for your freaking brain, dude.
And just a peek into the brain. The reason that they need an escort, it's because this river system is full of river pirates.
Oh, hell yeah, dude!
And
River
I was,
pirates.
and I
are
was
cool.
thinking, I didn't do anything with it, but I was thinking about the idea of a ghost fleet of river pirates led by this I don't want to say like a necromancer captain, but sort of I'm really stealing the idea of the book version of Euron Greyjoy.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, who in the books he's much more of like a necromancer pirate and less of like a weird like Australian guy.
You ever hear
that,
of
like,
ghost stories, Miss Turner?
Yeah.
You're in one.
They really butchered that character in the show.
That was great.
He's just like a mean guy, just a bad mean guy.
Yeah, he's just like one.
I'm just a pirate.
Oh, has
Like,
does
was it
bad
like his like
things.
dying words are like, "Yeah, fuck the queen" or something like that.
Jesus
Whereas like
Christ.
in the books, he's like this terrifying like necromancer pirate who's like keeps like, has his brother like crucified like on the prow of the ship.
so
So,
sick,
yeah, it's a wild character.
brutal, dude.
When are we playing this?
I don't know, man. I'll work on it.
Dude, just swim
working
in it.
on it.
Yeah, just like fool around.
You
in it.
literally have it all ready to go.
No, but just like keep.
Oh, yeah,
swimming.
I've got one. Yeah, I got one. I have one.
I'll be a
setting.
pilgrim on that boat going
Yeah?
down the river
Okay.
to visit all the
I'll
temples.
be
That's
a
what I'll do.
crocodile.
I'll do a. Maybe that's how we'll start. I'll just do like a one shot.
Yeah.
We'll throw out some characters
Going
that
to
are
the
going
first
on this
temple.
pilgrimage. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a couple systems that are. I mean, we played. I think the
I think. Oh.
the map making one.
Yep.
One
yep.
Quiet Year. There's other games like that too, where there's a new hex crawl toolkit that just came out where you play the game to create this world. So
Maybe we
Okay,
do that to
okay.
create your world. And then it doesn't always have to be on a boat. You get to the first temple. Your
Well, I don't
boat
need. I don't
sinks.
need help creating the world. I need help running a campaign.
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm
You
saying.
just do it. You just go.
Yeah.
I know it's
The thing
it's
too is
sad.
I'm such like a control freak. I feel like I would just like get mad at people making choices that I don't want. Them
See,
to
well,
make.
see, that's what
you know
you
what
do.
I mean.
It's the
You have
yes
to have
is
the
no.
hidden hand.
It's the yes is no. Like I'm gonna do this, and it's going against what you're saying.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that road still just leads to where you
yeah. Okay, you find
inevitably
a
want
way to steer them where you want them to go. Okay.
them. Like, oh, we're gonna go east or west, and when they go west, it just fucking circles
still
right
is,
back.
yeah.
Like there's no
Players never know.
Got
yeah.
you.
But I think you should just live in this own world in your own head for like a long time. I think that's so much of,
I have been.
which is great. Like
my
that's
whole life.
like I don't know.
At least since the first time I played D&D, I had the idea for it. Yeah.
And I think it's good to want to share things with others. Like, obviously, I would be really down to play a world in this, but also sometimes it's just like nice to be like floating around in the old noggin and just be like in the shower being like, that'd be a sick idea, you know, or whatever.
Let me never do anything with this.
Yeah, just in your head, man. Because it doesn't matter. Like, you don't need to share everything, and that's why going back to what you're saying about doodling and drawing.
Well, because the thing I go crazy. I'm like, all right, well, I have this, this paladin. I have this sort of like idea of like going down the river, all these temples, and then now I think of like, all right, well, like the history of this like, nation or kingdom, whatever, like why the temples are here, and then like, oh, I have to design an entire religion around it too. I'm like, I have to do all of this stuff. I feel like I need all of this stuff in place before I ever start.
and it'll
a
just
game.
come.
You know what I mean?
Like, just kind of let it
So,
flow.
easy way to do that. You do the hierarchy of like, here's the world that you live,
Steve's got
Yep.
a pad and paper out right now. He's writing circle with world in it.
and then your religion is over here. Like, okay, here's the religion. You write down kind of like what makes that religion, and then you do more branching paths. 3, and it's like rules of 3 kind of
Yeah.
like you need 3 things that tie to
Everything's
this
in
religion.
worlds of
A
3.
person, a place.
Here's a folder in my image roll of world building templates that also includes a tree of life, so that I can get all the ecosystems down in a way that I think makes sense. But like, here's like a
Dude,
thing
this
for
is so
systems
cool.
of magic. Here's like a branching things. to
Yep.
make, but like that's a lot of.
So
shit,
you
man.
you have to simplify it into like literally a piece of paper, and it's
The culture iceberg. How to design a culture. Everything from the language, festival, literature.
See, this is a lot.
The body language that's inherent to just the culture. What is this culture's approaches to courtship, child rearing, problem solving.
But these are all
What are
things
their
that-
attitudes?
This is stuff that
towards-
no one sees,
No,
though. That
yeah,
no one, like,
and they
I'm
don't
not
need
going
to.
to see that. I
And
will
it's
never
fine,
see
though.
any of that.
But it's
Yeah.
important for Phil to be.
It's
able-
important for my brain that it all exists.
And even though it might take time to digest something as big as like that iceberg of ideas, you'll
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah.
You know, it'll come in bits and pieces. But I think that a lot of times world building is like you get a little tear in reality and you can sort of start to peek in and then eventually you get a foot in and then
Yep.
eventually you can start to kind of explore inside of there. It sounds like you're already fucking in there, man.
Yeah.
I think you should still definitely get like a notebook solely for
Oh,
this.
totally.
well, I
Just
made
keep it
that.
with you.
I made that. What's that? That tiddly whatever.
Yep, Tiddlywiki.
And it was kind of annoying to use on my phone, and I kind of stopped.
Yeah, mobile is not the best.
Yeah.
Dude, pen and paper is the best thing.
Yeah, grab
ever.
a little pocket-sized notebook.
Yep.
That
Yep.
way you always grab it with your wallet. And
Yeah.
you'll be just literally right now and be like, oh shit, what if they did this? And you would just write the one sentence down.
and then never show anybody it. That's like I think
Yeah.
that notebooks in general, and this is why sketchbooks. Going back to
Secret
what I was
notebook.
going to say,
A notebook that has a lock on it.
Yeah, well, just like
it's like a diary.
because doodling is so important that like having a sketchbook in which you don't show anybody is so important to learning how to draw because then you just draw in this thing and you don't show anybody. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. The
That's-
drawing could
that's-
look like ass,
That's the
Nobody's
only
gonna
way I've
see
ever
it.
drawn.
which is good though. I think that that's the way
Which
to
is why
draw.
I feel like I never, because I was pushed. You know, I was an artistic kid, and I was pushed by like teachers and my
Yeah.
parents to like go into graphic design. And I was just like, well, I don't like sharing anything that I do
Yeah.
with anyone. So this is clearly not like the right thing for me.
yeah, no,
And, you know,
it's-
I skated through and finished the
No,
education and immediately started doing landscaping.
But definitely get a little book, man, and just
Yeah.
start building this out in
Yeah.
there. Just writing down bits and pieces. Remember, nobody's going to see it but you, so you can just slowly build this thing out. And
Mm-hmm.
then once you're ready to unveil it, and then you have this kind of grand vision, it's like, dude, it's
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
it's all
You're going to have like
you're
the
there.
craziest world
Yeah.
when you're ready.
Yeah.
But a good thing to remember for everything in your little world, a person, place, and thing tied to each item. Like every little place, at least a person, where it is, and something like relevant to it that makes it special.
That's
Yeah.
kind of a cool idea. So, wait, break that down a little bit more.
So like a person that ties to this thing or place or what, like his
Specific
temple,
place.
his
Saying
temple.
like a significant place that's significant to the narrative.
Yeah, yeah.
And like like an NPC for the people to
Yeah.
care about.
That's a good
Or
idea.
it applies to a person, like an NPC that you have, like your pilgrim, a person that may tie to him that could go another branching path or another like important, significant thing where that person resides or somewhere special to them or their home. And then the thing is like something special that they carry or something that they hold sacred.
Yeah. yeah.
Oh, which then helps to inform the narrative further, though, because
Yeah.
then it's like, oh, okay, how did they get this fucking weird sensor that is important
Or that's
to this
important.
religion?
Yeah, or it's important to that person. Like, oh, I know
so
that
now
this
that-
guy cares about that
now
thing.
that
If
we're
I found
talking
that
about
thing
it-
hidden.
Now that we're talking about it, I think I kind of like put a bead on why I feel the need to go crazy with every little bit of minutia is because the responsibility of like making narrative decisions is scary. So I want to be able to just like go through the atlas and be like, oh yeah, okay,
This is
there's
what
Yeah,
happens.
it's like, oh well, there's a this field is full of antelope. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I don't,
yeah.
you know.
But that's why like a sketchbook or just like a blank notebook
Yeah.
is great because then you write that down and it's in there.
Yeah, I can refer to the notes. I don't have
Yeah.
to make any snap decisions while
Exactly.
I'm
dude.
DMing.
Well, and this
Shit
is
like
like
that
a big
rocks.
thing of like little note cards go a long way. Like, okay, I know this session they're gonna go here, here, and here.
Mm-hmm.
Each note card you have like all your like one, not even a sentence, like one word that like brings your memory to like I know this stuff is here and that
Field
is canon.
cantaloupe.
Yep.
okay.
Town. I know this person, and this person are significant, and like maybe hyphen what they are or where they are.
Baker,
Got you, yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No pressure.
No,
Just,
no.
But I think you.
No.
You could do something.
He's doing his
crazy
own
with
thing.
this.
You're in there, man. I just like keep flowing.
Well, it's the
dude.
same. It's almost like a reflection of who I am as a person. It's that I have the giant head full of knowledge, and I have nothing to do with it. I am like none of my knowledge is put to use, and I don't know how to put it to use, and I don't know how to do anything.
That's well.
I have
not
encyclopedic
true.
knowledge, but very few skills or abilities.
I think the knowledge in itself is the skill, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Like,
but
don't. You can
finding
live in your
ways to
brain.
train. Yeah.
I
But
think you gotta just read a DM book.
yeah,
That might like go a long way
That
for you to
and-
help like center yourself.
I think you should be a fucking librarian.
it's funny that you said that because I was thinking about like, well, I've been really resistant to the idea of like going back to school.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things
Totally.
like putting off year after year, just saying like, yeah, I don't need to. I have all this fucking debt from a shitty 2-year degree, like more than anyone should ever have. I mean, for any
being
degree,
over
but
30,
like,
going to school is real cheap now.
yeah.
Really?
Well, the thing is,
A lot of incentive programs.
I am about to turn 36, so I'm
Ugh. Old.
yeah. Well, no, I literally I feel well. It's also just because like my parents are getting old. Everyone around them is dying. And those are like the people that I'm closest to in the world. So to me, it feels like, oh, my life is also coming to an end. You know what I mean? Even though I'm a young person.
No, but I think
A
you're
portion of your life.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you're like kind of entering a new phase.
Yeah. So it's just like, well, there's no point in doing anything new. I just have to ride things out how they are. But
No,
librarian,
there's always time to change.
librarian and obviously anthropology is a general like catch-all thing that's super interesting to me. It touches on all of my interests, but I'm so bad in academia. I've never done well in school. I'm not.
Yeah.
Which is funny because of like I feel like you're very intelligent with like retaining information that is relevant to you.
That's the part though.
I am not task oriented. I'm
Yeah.
not good with time
Yeah.
frames. I'm
But
extremely
you get assistance
inefficient.
with all that stuff now with school.
It's all state program for the library. Who cares?
Yeah.
Well, no, I think you do have to go to school to be a librarian.
You do.
No,
But I don't
you need,
understand
like,
why
I feel
that-
like you need a master's to
Yeah.
be a
Really?
librarian.
Why? What the fuck are
Library
they doing? They
sciences.
type a book into a fucking.
You got to know the
computer.
Dewey Decimal
Dude,
System.
The librarians would kick your ass for saying that
I'll
shit.
fuck
dude.
up a librarian.
We have multiple librarians.
do? They look at a book.
Yep.
No, literally, like you're alphabetizing books and you're fucking.
I have
the internet. Why do libraries
Literally.
exist, bro?
Literally.
Have you been
Just
to a
leave,
library?
Leave the books on the shelf. I'll fucking find it.
This fucking guy.
All right,
Dude, librarians are not just like
Andrew,
the little old
Hobby
lady.
Dungeon Andrew.
Yeah.
Weigh in. Tell us what a librarian does and
Dude.
why it takes so much education.
Put him on the spot. Define yourself.
Define. Hey, you.
Find this job that I think is stupid and useless.
No, shut up. I will kill you on behalf of Hobby Dungeon. Do not besmirch the good name of fucking libraries, dude. Libraries are fucking
Libraries
beautiful.
are no. Libraries are very cool.
Oh, yeah, now
but
he's
why do you have
backpedaling.
to have a master's degree to run one?
I don't think you literally need a master's.
You do need a degree though. Well, but you could probably still also like work there, I'm sure. But to be like a librarian with a kind of
I'm a
capital.
You need the
Librarian.
masters to tell someone to put the book away in the
Oh
right
my
spot.
god! You fucking
Otherwise,
jerk.
you're just making $15
All right.
an hour.
Freaking jerks. Anyways, though, Phil, I don't think there's anything wrong with just having knowledge because I think thinking is a dying skill in our society, and I think more people should just spend time thinking about the shit that they want to think about.
That's all I do.
Sounds like you are.
I lay in bed and
Yep.
stare at the wall and think.
Fucking
That's why
A, dude.
everyone else is being productive with their hobby or like consuming,
productive.
like watching movies. I haven't watched a
Yes, me
movie
neither.
or like watched a TV show in like years. Well, that's
We
not true.
literally
I watched,
sat on my couch and watched Dune.
well, a movie. Yeah, so I can sit through a movie if I'm like with other people or if I'm
Yeah.
like going to movie theater. But in my own time, I do not do any of that. I do not. I haven't watched a TV show in years.
I will say I have a very short span for movies and like just things like that sitting on the couch now. Like I
Yeah,
don't like
me
just
too.
sitting and
The thing,
watching.
to me, a big thing, it just comes down to brain chemistry. Just like
I want to be doing something while watching. I my hands. I like just sitting.
yeah.
It's-
Well, that's why I do so much. Like I consume so much audio content because I do work so many menial jobs that I can just like, and it's why I'm so knowledgeable. Honestly,
Yeah.
because I can just do like stupid tasks while learning.
Yeah. Audiobooks never work for me. I'll hear like a paragraph being read and then half of it I don't retain any of what they said.
Dude, you got the rewind button.
Yeah, you
I
do
know,
have
but
that.
then
literally
I'm doing,
the same-
I'm doing
okay,
it
if
all
you-
the time. Like it took
you
like
read-
I did Blood Meridian. I did like the first
I didn't.
2 or 3 chapters and I'm like this is cool and then I'm like finding myself having to rewind all the time and I'm like
Thing
dude
is,
this sucks.
you have to find the exact right task to do
Yeah.
that because I
Compliments. listening
Yeah.
to it.
So it was really good when I was screen printing because all of the thinking in screen printing goes to getting the job set up. Then once you're just in the
It's just
actual
go.
act of printing, it is just muscle memory. Your brain is off entirely, but you are, your brain is active because you are doing this physical thing that's helping you stay focused, especially if you have ADHD, and it lets you sort of just like zone in on what is happening in your head. Helps you focus on your whatever you're listening to.
Now, this is the kind of freaking hobby talk that I like, because this all started off with Phil telling us what he's been working on.
Yeah. All right. So what have you been working on, Steve?
Me?
Yeah, we'll do roundtable.
I haven't really been doing much. I made those dolls with Haley.
Yeah,
we're working
talk
on
about those,
Coraline
because
dolls.
those are like I want to do some of those too. I think
Real freaky button eyes.
Real Coraline.
Yeah.
How are you making
Haley
them?
saw some Instagram reel shit of like someone making like we made ourselves as Coraline dolls, and Haley's like, well, I want to do that, and so she
Steve,
ordered.
you make weird shit. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because she bought the wire armature that I've been like literally putting off forever. Of like, I just don't want to spend $13 on this. And
You just
'cause
steal
I made-
it and used it for your hill giant.
well, no, I didn't. I used paper clips to form
Ew.
those legs, and they are real wobbly.
Well, maybe, but paper clips I think are underutilized.
Yeah, I used them on my other giant that I'm working on right now. But yeah, so she ordered that because she's also making like a Halloween costume with the wire. But
The wires?
the wires, and yeah, it's just like a silly little video. You make like button eyes. You sculpt a little head out of clay. Like we used.
What are you using for clay?
The polymer clay that
Oh,
you
like
bake in the
sculpty
oven.
stuff? Yeah.
That
That shit rocks. I haven't fucked with that too much, but
that's how I made that foot. The
oh,
giant
really?
foot,
No
yeah.
shit. If you guys don't know, we talked about it. Oh yeah, because we talked about keeping the boots big as hell. Yeah, he's got just a big foot.
It's not even that big. I wish I made it bigger. Honestly.
Well, I'll make the next one bigger. It'll be like weird. This is baby
Well,
foot and daddy foot.
My original idea was I wanted to sculpt. I wanted to take a mold of my foot and
Yes.
just fill it with plaster and
Oh,
do it
that's
that
so
way.
cool.
But I was like, I don't know how to make a mold of my foot. That sounds crazy. But anyway, so the dolls are like wire armature, just to a little T thing.
Yeah.
We went to Goodwill, found some clothes that we thought we could make into like little
Like
mini
baby clothes, or you're gonna like kind of sew other clothes out of other
we
fabric?
just bought it for material, so we
Yeah,
bought
okay.
like black denim jeans,
Boots with the
corduroy. Yeah. No, I'm not putting boots on mine. I don't know. Haley said she was going to sculpt herself some little feet, but
Yeah, you got a little toots, dude.
yeah, they're fun. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's
the
super
heads are all
cool.
done. We sculpted them. It doesn't look like me, and hers doesn't look like hers, but that's not the point.
No, it's definitely not the point. It's almost funnier when it doesn't.
Yeah.
That's
Besides that,
super cool.
I've been working on the ogres like a little bit. I
Yeah,
really
still
want to
insane.
swell the ranks. I want to get like 10,000 points. I don't even really want to do anything with it. I just want to have a mass force.
Well, the boys are playing today. We got Phil versus Steve.
4,000 versus 4,000.
4,000 points of Beastmen versus 4,000 points of Ogres.
Yeah, we really got to figure out what exactly.
We'll make something.
Yeah, we got to think of like a mission or a something. How we're doing this.
Yeah, no. You guys will figure out. Sorry, Phil's wrestling with his headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it'll be really cool.
Yeah.
So most of your shit is primed. You haven't really done
Everything
any
is
base
primed
coats, right?
except for because I started making a new Ma pot, like my faction
Oh, yeah,
scenery.
yeah.
So I've been working on a new one. It's not primed. It's not finished, but I have the base started and it's like
Oh, dude,
getting
yeah.
going.
Use that big size 6 Saks brush.
Yep.
The Sam Lens.
I wish I could.
I have it here, brother. You can have one. Take it home. The size 6 green Saks brush.
Kind of sexy.
Harry got him.
Sexy.
Got some for the
Sexy.
whole crew.
Yep.
We talked about it on the pod. Everyone's excited. And then I left mine.
Yeah.
Where?
But they're really great. You get some work done. And then I found a brush at work the other day that was size 10. It's fucking huge. And I'm like, I might let you borrow that because it'd be good for ogres. Big fucking brush. Huge
Well, I
fucking
don't
brush.
know. My paint method with them is very silly.
It works great though.
I've gotten
Yeah.
it down to a science. It's
Amazing.
2 paint colors.
You taught
and
me
then
how to do it
washes.
on the miscast models you and I made, Terry.
I don't know what
I
you're
don't
talking
even know.
about.
Yeah, exactly.
What is it?
One of those nights where we're just bashing shit at my house.
Okay.
We ended up making 2 ogres.
2 ogres.
Yeah.
I made an ogre?
Yeah.
What's my ogre look like?
You use the miscast's girlfriend, Rach. Rage creates.
I don't know if that was me.
You definitely did because
I
made
created an ogre.
Yeah,
Is it an actual ogre or a
yeah.
giant?
It's the one you saw me paint. And then
I don't remember that.
Oh my god!
Wow.
You taught me how to use your paint style. On
We've been
this
huffing
fucking
too
guy.
much spray
It's-
paint.
yeah,
I can't remember.
It's down to a
shit.
science, though. I use bright warm gray from Vallejo, and I use dark silver from, or not Vallejo. I'm sorry, that was really silly of me. Pro Acryl,
Pro Acryl,
and then
okay.
the dark silver, and I paint the silvers.
Dark warm gray.
And then no bright
Bright
warm
warm
gray, and I paint the skin with the bright warm gray, and I wash the entire model with rattling grime, and then I do nothing else.
And you leave the clothes black then? Like armor and stuff black?
The clothes are rattling grime brownish color.
He's using
over
rattling.
Zenithal. Oh,
Over
of course.
Zenithal.
He's using
Oh.
rattling as an oil wash, and then immediately wipes it off.
Yeah, I
on the
use
high-
a shop
high spots.
towel
Yeah.
and I wipe off on the high
Listen,
spots.
dude, it's like you can get away with doing. I talking to Tyler. We played Flames of Orion right after we recorded the last episode, and we went there and Planet Piss Tyler had a mech,
Oh, his were awesome.
and it looked so good. And I was like, dude, like, how did you do this? How
Black
did you paint this?
chipping.
Well, it was like I spray primed it with Wraithbone, and then I oil washed over it. And I was like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah. And then I painted the hazard stripes and all that, but pretty much that was it. And I was like, dude, it looks so good. So I don't know. Sometimes you can get away with such simple techniques.
It's all about texture.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's been cool. I was in my hobby show. Who was I talking? I was talking to Paul the other day on Discord while I was like working on shirts and all that stuff.
Mordheim Paul.
Yeah, he was playing Counter Strike while I was like working on T-shirts, and I finished the Nemo map, and I finished the Nemo house rules.
Oh, hell yeah.
So it's all on the drive right now, but I don't know. I gotta look at it.
We'll have to have a pre-Nemo episode again. Have
Yeah.
Paulie on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Tyrion, that guy who runs Broheim, he might be coming up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's like, oh, me and my buddy might come up, take photos, and like TO for you.
It'd be fun if we had time to have him on too and talk about like just creating Broheim and all that.
Oh yeah, totally.
I don't
But
know if that seems a stretch, but
I had this crazy, insane, like looking around my room at all the cool models that I own on sprue or in boxes that are built and like just sitting everywhere of armies that I will never build. And I'm just looking at them like, why do I have all this shit?
dude, it's all just like I think about fucking model kits as being paints that I can use for different projects. Like I have that whole fucking just like
Yeah.
shelf, and then there's all of that is full of just like
No, but it's
models.
projects I want. Like my lizard, I have like
Yeah.
3,000 points
Listen,
of
you'll
lizards.
get to it, dude. You'll get to it.
Well, that's what the studio. I'm hoping
Yes.
we can get. Like each of us has a display case there, kind of like
I
what
mean,
the Battle
that'd be
Standard
fucking
does.
cool. Or
Each of us
what-
has one case that's like, this is Phil stuff,
Yeah.
this is Steve stuff, this is Gage's stuff.
or even more impressively was Battleground Richmond.
Those shelves lining
Dude,
the
Mike's
walls.
crazy models with like everyone had a tree in it.
Yeah.
Dude, those were beautiful. And then they had the other Golden Demon guy too was in
Yep.
there. And then
Oscar
did,
Lars.
Did you see the walls of the armies?
That's
that
what
they
I was
could
talking
use?
about. Yeah, around the whole
Yeah.
side.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't see that at all.
Insane.
If you were at the left side of the store, there were these like 3 rows of shelves high up on the wall that you
Oh,
couldn't
you
really
could just-
reach.
Oh, they
yeah.
were filming a battle report.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
right over there, that same area. And they had, I think they just had like 4 armies up there, but it was like chaos, just
The
like straight.
greater demons were
Yeah.
up there, dude. It was crazy.
They had like some Space Marine army. I want to say like Blood Angels or something. They had Necrons, and then they had something, and they had a bunch of Infinity models too. I remember, but yeah, I was like, dude, this is sick. Like just having them all laid up like that, and we could do that with as simple as just putting up shelving in the space and being like, this
Yeah.
whole wall is shelves for our armies.
I get freaked out doing stuff on concrete.
What do you
Just
mean?
like drilling into concrete.
Why?
And putting shelves up. I don't know why.
You can do it.
Drilling into concrete's not a problem.
No,
Yeah.
I know. It's just I always am like the shelf's just gonna slide right out.
I mean, maybe, but you know what? Then you start over. It's like a
All your models fall right off.
It's like you get a fresh start. Throw those into the trash, sweep those up with a big old broom, put them in the dumpster.
Into the bits box.
Yep.
Yep, back in the bins. Yeah. No, I think about like I have so many fucking unfinished things.
The studio is gonna be insane.
The studio's
it's gonna
gonna
be
be
little project spaces
Yep.
for each of us, and then just like, oh, what's on Steve's table? Oh, 5,000 lizard men.
And also just being able to flop back and forth, being like, he's trying to get his ogres done. Like, what do you need, Steve? I'll help you out. Also, just having materials kicking around that are like,
Yeah.
oh, I
dude.
need a fucking big brush. I have so many materials at school that I don't use that are just like, a big bin of giant brushes that are mostly crap, but they'd be perfect for fucking Elmer's glue. But I can't use them really with kids because they are so shot. But just bringing those materials and having like a
Boxes.
fucking and
Boxes
just being like,
of building
I need
material.
this shit. Yeah, all of my fucking I have boxes and boxes of just like random plastic shit that would be
Foam
perfect
core,
for building.
cardboard, like
Yeah.
cork, like all the shit just sits in boxes in my room, and I'm like, dude, I have nowhere for it. That we have to like really crack down on like, an efficiency system for storing stuff.
Well, if we have like one shelf that like this whole shelving unit is all just building materials, and then once that gets full, then you just start throwing shit out that you're not using.
Listen, I'll 5S the fuck out of it.
Yes.
We'll just
Have
you
have
ever
our
seen-
5S guy
I'll
here.
sustain.
Have you ever
I'll
seen
shine.
those? That people build the racks for like the totes. Like you slide the totes, and it's like multiple shelves.
That's what I want.
Because the totes are only like $12 at Home Depot for like pretty decent
That's too
size
much.
ones. What?
That's way too much money.
$12 a bin?
Yeah, for you to pull out a bin and then open it, that's too much.
Yeah, listen,
We need
talk
to
to the 5S guy.
standardize.
Yep.
All right.
Break it down for us.
You need to make sure that you have the least amount of steps possible from your workstation to where you're gathering your materials.
Yep.
But we need places to store the things.
Yeah, storing is fine, but you can still standardize your storing.
Yes. The things that are used most are closer to you. And
You
the
have to
things that are
sustain-
further away.
Standardize.
Yeah, standardize,
it.
Steve.
That's it.
Your name starts with an S. You should know the 5S's.
I know, but
You have the same letter.
I can't wait for you to break it down.
Yeah, break it all down.
You have
We need
until
it.
November 1st, so
No,
you
break it
better
down
get
now.
cracking.
I will.
At
I
least
will
give us
have-
the S's. Standardized, shine, right?
Sustain.
You said?
Sustain.
That's Shine's
Sustain is the
third.
last one, right?
Well,
Do they have to be in order?
Technically, if you really want to get into it, there's 7 S's. But
He's
that's-
Googling.
Well,
He's
safety
literally
is one of
pulling
them,
it up
but
on
that's-
his phone. He
pulling
does
a
not
picture
know
of it.
this.
Safety
know
is
off
the
the top of my head.
6S. Wait, no, but now I kind of want to guess because there's set up, right? No, or set is, I think one of them is set.
Sort, straighten, shine, standardize, sustain.
I just fucking making that shit. And then safety is 6 because that came up in a video. I was watching a lot of 5S videos after.
Wait, what are
nerding
the
out.
other two? Safety and what?
The 7th one is just real bullshit.
Yeah,
Suck.
yeah. It's use a vacuum to get all your shit out of there.
Oh, I was being nasty.
I know you were, but I tried to keep it for the children who listen to the podcast. We have a big
Oh, yeah, sorry.
children listening to the podcast. Me marking everything as explicit. But yeah,
We'll do
5S it. I mean, I
We'll do
love that shit. I'm trying to get that fucking done in here, and it's kind of it's coming along. But
We'll
I'm
have
trying
a-
to throw away multiple things a day.
We'll
because
have
I
a
too
lean
many things.
manufacturing event at the workshop. We'll go
amazing.
through it and be like,
Dude, that would be
Steve,
very cool.
Too many brushes. These need to be on this side of the table. You're right-handed. These brushes need to be over here.
I like that. I
Yeah.
wish someone would do that in my workshop.
Yeah,
yeah.
I can do it.
Yes.
The problem is, I
Don't
I
do
can,
it for yourself.
Yeah, I can be. It's like mechanics
I get it.
fixing everyone's cars, but their cars are just running like shit.
Yep.
It's the same thing. It's like I can make sure everyone's running as efficiently as possible.
So you
but
do
I'm gonna
mine.
have my piles of shit everywhere.
You do mine. I'll go to your house and then do yours after.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
I'll give you the certificate and the quiz, and then you can just do it right back. To
Yes.
me.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, we
this
got
is
it.
all
Nailed it.
beautiful. Well, I've been working on my Hill Giant.
It's done.
It's
Yeah, it
done.
looks pretty fucking done to me.
fucking done. I was like, I'm gonna get it done by the time we record and post it onto Instagram. So I did that.
Oh, you
It's
hard
all
posted
done.
it?
And
You
now
hard
this will
posted
give
it.
you a chance to figure out how far in advance we record because you can look at the date that I record or posted that thing.
What a
it's
fun
2
activity.
weeks. Listen, they will.
Yeah, it's not like you missed the deadline for that.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
Your shields will be in the zine, though. Don't worry.
Oh, thank God. Anyways, I finished my Hill Giant. I finished painting the Hive Scum boys too. I haven't posted that. And I will post, I mean, this is only for patrons, but I will post a hobby hack video based on wet blending base coats or something of the like to the Patreon patrons.
Patreon.
Thank you to our patrons over on Patreon. If you want to be a part of our Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/hivescum and join there. At the $5 tier, you get a free half hour of us mostly talking about fucking
Who knows?
shit.
Insane things.
Yeah, Mark
Things that
Poole.
don't make
Mark
sense.
Poole.
You get access to the online drives of whatever bullshit we're posting on there, which
Yes.
hasn't been too much lately, but
No,
every
but now we're getting
Once
into
we
it.
have the
one-
shop,
once a
it'll-
month, like hobby
Yes.
hack, once a
Oh,
month,
God.
like
Dude, once we have the fucking shop, that'll be so much more efficient for
It'll
posting.
be so much easier.
we'll have a camera set up in there.
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
have the MacBook in there.
I want to do some Twitch shit.
Yep.
Oh, anyways. So yeah, the Giant and just random zombies. That's kind of been it, but I'm really happy with the Giant. I'm happy to be done with it.
How much of your zombie army, like how many points do you have painted?
I don't know. I add it up every once in a while, and I go, "Wow, that's a lot," and then I forget immediately after.
Like, is it enough to play a 2,000-point game?
Of painted,
Yeah.
it might be getting close. I bet you I have 1,500 painted.
Once you get the zombie
Primed
blob done, though,
I
that's
have more
like
than
the
2,000.
The zombie blob, once that's
yeah.
done, you're good.
I probably am pushing, I don't know, it's been slower on the zombie painting, but I have like 6 or something over there that are done. So it's probably at like 106.
But your zombies are so easy to paint. I feel like
Yes.
you do it so fast now.
So fast. And it's like, I don't care. I'll just mash a bunch of paint on there.
Because no one's going to see them. They die so fast.
Let me dry brush this. It looks fine, but it's done.
I would love to see your 4,000 points of zombies.
Oh my God,
like
dude, it's gonna be great.
all zombies and like I'm picturing the game that
Yeah.
we're gonna play, and I'm like, oh, we should do a castle siege.
Oh my
like
God.
picturing you with waves of zombies in front of a castle wall is like so fucking cool. And
And
then,
it-
like a flying dragon coming in, like
Oh,
a zombie
dude.
dragon,
Yeah.
like oh.
Oh, dude, having that like gargant in the back with waves of zombies in front of it, and now I've been writing this kind of like lore, at least kind of thinking, you know, like we were talking about with Phil, kind of headcanon stuff about these black riders that I'll have, these freaking like, you know, Nazgul ass motherfuckers, which will be led by an opposing vampire lord,
Horse Lord?
the Horse Lord, yeah. And so I'll have that horse-bound guy, but I'll also have all those just like horses. So it's going to be all of these zombies, but then this Horse Lord that is like kind of the Riders of Rohan, essentially.
That's sick.
But undead version, and it's like just all like they'll all have like black armor and black cloaks and shit. You know, classic. I don't know where I got that idea from, but they'll just be running alongside the zombies and shit. And so there's this kind of dueling rivalry between the two vampire lords that are in the army.
But that's sick.
Now
Oh,
you,
it's fucking awesome. I
have
forgot the
the-
name I came up with. It was a really quick vampire name generator name, but I forgot the name for the new
Vlad.
vampire. No, it's not that basic.
Strahd.
Alaric?
Yeah,
I was just looking at your
yeah.
post.
Yeah,
Now-
yeah, or Alaric or Alaric. I got to figure out how to pronounce it, but yeah. So that's going to be the Horse Lord leading like
Alucard.
the
Alucard.
the Dark Riders of the Black
Dracula.
Riders.
Well, Alaric is also an existing character, I think.
Oh, really?
Whatever.
So is
think so.
Nezareth.
so is
I think.
every other
No, no,
name
no,
you've
no,
ever
no. I
heard.
mean,
Meaton's a
Alaric.
necromancer. Meaton's a necromancer from WoW or some shit.
Diablo.
Which I didn't know until I Googled his name and I said, fuck.
He's like such a.
It's fine.
It's
You
like
give him a
fucking-
different last name that's like 3 letters and you're done.
Oh, Alaric, first king of the Visigoths.
I'll take it.
Nice,
Sure.
dude. The spooky family in The Sims.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude.
Hell yeah.
Dude, that unlocked some fucking old memes, bro. Yes. Very cool. Anyways, Gage, what you been working on?
I finished up my bikes for the Gene Stealer cult.
Ooh.
Like you painted
how many?
them?
No, I did not paint them. Come on,
Fucking loser.
Come on, I bashed them. Listen, I had such a a blockade in my brain on how to make them work with like what I wanted them to be and what they didn't, and then in the end, I just cut the back off and just gave it an exhaust and went, oh,
Yeah,
that's
done.
simple.
You
That's how it
saying
is.
you had a blockade
That's how
in
it
your
is.
brain gave me this image of you ever play the game Worms?
Yeah.
Of a bunch of worms on a wall in an ocean, and then a bunch of other worms with their ideas trying to get through, and they're just shooting fucking holy hand grenades at them. I don't
say-
know why that.
Blockade, I think of.
The Trade Federation?
Endless blockade for the pussyfooters.
Wait, Endless Blockade the band?
Never mind.
No,
No.
see,
Go
Endless
ahead.
Blockade
Continue.
the band.
But that's
is
what I
sick.
thought. Like the Worms 3D.
That's a reference to the real ones.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking
Damn.
blockade from like a Trade Federation.
No, that's
From-
not cool enough.
Star Trek?
Yeah, from Star Trek. Anyway,
I love Star
So I
Trek.
finished
Featuring
them
Vin
up.
Diesel.
the quad, the one, the Jackal like leader, not the Jackal Alphys, the sniper guy, but the quad that's supposed to be with the Jackals.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I put, you guys will see it like whenever we go to Battle Standard, but I put another guy, totally my own idea, definitely not Lucian's at all, but another neophyte on the back sitting, and he's just got a heavy gun.
Oh, shit.
He's just carting his boy around, and it worked. Like
Oh,
the
of
sitting
course
pose
it
just
worked.
worked, and I was like, "Oh, this is sick."
Oh, of course it worked.
You
dude.
and
It's
who?
probably so sick.
So I have I want to say 1,300 or 1,500 points in Gene Slayer Cult. So I might try and squeeze a game with the boys today at the Battle Standard. But
Yeah.
besides that, I actually downloaded.
Luch coming through?
Yeah, and your roommate,
My roommate.
your roommate.
My roommate.
The one that plays games.
Possibly both of them.
Yeah,
that would be
true.
cool. I would love to see both of them.
Dirty boys.
The
Dirty boys.
the trip Steve and I ventured to Ohio.
Oh yeah,
We did do
We
that.
haven't talked about that.
No, I mean, well, now
It was one day. We were there for one day.
Yeah.
Steve and I drove 1 hour to Steve's, and then we drove 11 hours to Ohio to attend our good buddy Cole's wedding.
I'm sorry, I can't
A
really
beautiful
whistle
wedding.
that
That's a
well
very
right now.
weak
I'm
whistle.
sorry. Sounds like
Beautiful wedding,
breathing.
great time. And then we walked around a very mid festival the next day.
Midfest.
I don't even remember that.
What kind of?
Oh, I
festival?
do. That sucked. I do. I tried to like block it out of my
And
brain.
then we drove 11 hours back, and then I got home an hour after that and slept for 3 hours.
Yep.
Went to your shindig,
Yep.
and then was living. But in that amount of time, I was using the app Nomad Sculpt on an iPad.
It sucks.
Oh.
I hate it.
It's great, and I love it.
Yeah, that seems. I mean, Steve usually starts off strong in one direction, but then eventually will come on to your side.
With Steve's
It's like
saying-
Mordheim.
I would say Steve's comment of saying I hate it. Give it 6 months from now,
Yeah.
he's going to be selling STLs that he
Yeah,
made.
exactly. Yeah, Steve hated Mordheim. I remember that. Said the book was too big and it was scary to read.
It was.
Now
He said the
running,
illustrations that made him nervous.
now
That's not
running the
true.
world's largest Mordheim event. So
Yeah.
Confirmed. TM.
yeah, exactly.
Confirmed. Nice.
So I've been sculpting. I was just trying to use just like easy prompts. So I was
Yeah,
just doing
yeah,
like
yeah,
turnip heads.
Listen, that's even more. I would figure you'd just do like square, but with the edges rounded.
No, so I think I'm gonna try and do like I've got like this like real high gothic like fantasy shield imagery in my head that I might try and like
That'd
make.
be sick.
So I don't know. I'm just having fun with it.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That's how it should be.
I just don't understand how to use the app, and I probably could just watch some YouTube videos because
Yeah.
that's what Shane said to do.
Yeah.
Like Shane said, like making a model is miserable.
The
But
blind man?
making but making
shout out.
terrain, like he made that, like he's making those ruins right now. And he's like, this unlocks something in my brain.
Well,
that
he's
is very
also
fun.
Oh.
very gifted.
yeah,
Everything you have to go through his old posts.
yeah,
He's got some insane Warhammer like shit painted.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's
I'll look that up.
he's fucking awesome.
But he was saying it's
got a
like
lot of
so
good
easy
tips.
because you just bring like geometric shapes in that are
Yeah.
easy to do, and then you just texture them, which that's like
yeah.
probably breaking it down piece by piece like that is
Right.
way easier.
I think the problem in Nomad Sculpt, I mean, it does not hold your hand. It is just like
Yeah,
here's 1,000 buttons.
It's like getting Photoshop and never using
Yeah.
Photoshop.
yeah, it's just like boom, here you go. But
I mean,
I'll-
that's a lot of those apps.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the same as Photoshop. It's like you have to make your own tools and templates.
Ugh, I hate
So
that.
in Nomad Sculpt, like you have no, like if you wanted to like punch a hole through something, you don't have the hole punch tool. You have to make the tool first
I
of what you
hate
want.
that.
That's
So
kind of
do
cool.
people not like make tools and then just put them up for other
I'm
people
sure
to
they-
download?
I'm sure they do, but
Yeah.
I never thought about doing that until 32 seconds ago when you said it. So
Okay.
Yeah.
maybe
Like, oh, this punches all the way through, whatever,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like bit
or it's
by
a,
bit,
a special
yeah.
shape or
Yeah.
etc. So
Because that I was trying to sculpt like
I'm
a head,
stoked for
and
you.
it
it's
sucked.
it's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, and the main tool of it is you're using a mouse or a mouse. You're
stylus.
not using a mouse. You're using a stylus.
Okay.
So it's a little more. For me, I don't really use like a pen. I'm not an artist with drawing, so the pen to me is a different type of tool. Is a barrier of entry, but it's fun.
You're putting Steve to sleep with this freaking.
I know, dude. He's like, I
I'm
hate this
hungry.
shit. I don't think I've recovered of sleep from sitting in a car for 24 hours.
Oh, I felt good.
No.
My
I felt
This is
good
the
the
first
next
weekend
day.
after.
My-
oh my God, you're crazy.
my tailbone. It took till mid last week to
No,
feel
no, no,
fine.
no. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
no,
get
no,
up,
no.
get moving.
I
Get
do.
Get out and get down. What's
Yeah.
that? Is that a song? It's Jump Around. That's it. House
Jump
of Pain.
Around.
Yeah, there you go.
Good song. Insert it
is.
right here.
Nice. All
It's in
right.
there. Definitely didn't just not put anything in there. Anyways, we're back.
Oh, I know what that means.
We're back. I don't. We
I
have
do.
notes for this episode, and I'm going to let whoever wrote this explain what they wrote.
Nope.
Oh no,
Oh, good.
I know what it
They're
means.
not
It's
going
not
to.
relevant to talking
Oh,
about.
good.
Unless you want to talk about it.
I don't think so.
No.
We could talk about it because by the time that we talk about it, it would be up there.
I don't think so.
No, I
Okay.
don't know what
I don't
it
think
is.
so.
But
Only we're definitely cutting this part, but
shit.
the
It doesn't have to be exclusive.
no, it doesn't have to. It would just be hosted there. It's fucking Wild Bill's game that
We could just make that for fucking 40K.
Yeah,
well, that's what I'm
totally.
saying. Just
Or
only because we said we were going
Do
to.
it for AOS,
Use all my
dude.
zombies.
We said we were going to.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it. That and then the turkey game episode. I started making the swaps for it because we were talking about gene stealers in the last episode.
I will write this tonight.
Yeah, and I'll do the gene stealer one tonight.
I'll write it
and then
while we're
we can,
driving to the battle.
we can stagger them
Oh my god.
every other week for release.
Psychos.
Anyway,
What do you boys think? You think we should do some questions?
I think we should chunk through
Do we have anything else to talk
a
about?
lot of these questions.
I don't know what effect I have up.
I don't think we have anything else to talk about, really. There's nothing
You
new.
know, we're
the
boring.
space,
This is it. We're done. Episode 18.
No, we cooked a little bit.
4K points.
We've ran out.
Listen,
Yeah.
the Phil part was my favorite.
There's
Yeah,
no- there's no more
that was
content.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the best.
Phil, just for that, you got to do the questions from the Hive. Wait, let me turn it up.
I did it last week. You want me to do it again?
Oh wait, no, this effect won't work because we're in mono.
You have mono?
Yeah, I have mononucleosis. Try it again.
Hello?
Oh, that doesn't sound right. All right, go ahead.
Hello?
Oh, that's cool. Little robot one.
Yeah, I like this one.
Wait, no.
I like this one. Ooh, questions from the Hive.
Damn, dude,
Phil
you
looked
sound like.
crazy.
Yeah, that was sick.
All right, now you have to read all of the questions, Phil.
Yes. Well, he is in the
Oh,
seat.
so it means I get to be the gatekeeper of the questions. Is
That
what
is
it really
true.
Means.
That you know what? Phil's got probably out of the pod. Phil's probably got the best taste. I know that's a controversial thing. I'm looking at the other two boys, and they're not bad. Phil, I would say, has the most refined taste.
Taste.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Phil
I would
is
say.
he's our culture expert. Every
Yes.
time we come up with our crazy ideas, we go, Phil, is this cool? He goes, no.
Exactly, because he
That's
has the
right.
most refined taste.
Slamming the door in everyone's face.
It's good. We need
All
a
right, so
gatekeeper.
this is a general a question about Adepticon. So from Hollow Bodies Jackson, as an Adepticon newbie next year, your top tips / Adepticon survival guide. Now, I think that if you've never been to any sort of convention, there's always certain things that you always want to be on top of. And that is, for one of those things, I think you definitely don't want to be fucked up the whole time. As in, you don't want to be on drugs or drunk the whole
No.
time.
Some people we know would argue that they're wrong.
The Adepticon last year, I was high the entire time.
Did it suck?
It didn't suck, but the come down was miserable.
Well,
The drive home, I wanted to jump out of the car and have my head run over by the tires.
well, that was a long drive home. But drinking at something like that, where you're like, okay, it's 11 a.m. at Adepticon, I'm going to start drinking. You're going to be asleep by 4. At least
would say
would.
before we
But
get
you
But for
won't, because
conventions
there's no
in general,
sleeping.
I
I
know.
think of it as if you have a long work day where you're on your feet doing shit all day,
Yeah.
you want to eat healthy foods and
Yes.
stay hydrated and generally take care of yourself
Now-
so that you don't feel like shit the
Yeah,
whole time.
I am with you, but is he asking for what you should do or what we do?
I'm saying
newbie.
so for me this is just a general
Con
just
etiquette.
yeah, general what I would say, well not etiquette, but
Tippies.
general advice for conventions. For Adepticon specific,
real quick, though. Real quick. Just while we were still talking about it.
yeah.
I'm sorry I'm so
Fucking
boring.
yawn.
bro.
Every time Gage goes to talk. It's because you are back to being rules, Gage.
I'm rules Gage again.
Yeah, I agree.
I will say, I go to a lot of cons.
Yeah.
Adepticon is the only one where day drinking is just regular activity.
Yeah,
They
it is
have
kinda
the little
crazy.
bike going around just giving out beers.
Oh, I
It's
forgot about that little bike.
Yeah, there's a little bar that is on the back of a tricycle
Yeah.
thing that a
No,
guy rides
through the
around.
convention.
no other convention is as cool with people drinking at
Yeah.
tables, just drinking everywhere. People just blasted at, like you said, 11 a.m. So
That first year when I
I would
was
say
really sick.
bring some of your own snacks. I know
Definitely
I
bring
keep harping
snacks.
on food because
It's true,
the food
though.
there is con food. It's super overpriced
Yep.
and it's a lot of fried stuff that's going to make you feel bad.
there is meat in fucking everything.
Yeah, there's not a lot of options if you're vegan or vegetarian.
Come give us a buck and we'll make you a PB&J though.
Yeah, we'll
straight
make you
up.
PBs and
Dark hallway.
J's.
That's dude, it drives me when I'm hungry at Adepticon and I
Yeah.
just can't source some food.
Yeah, go wait 30 minutes in this line for
I won't do it.
$13
I
bag
won't,
of fries.
I won't do it on principle, and I will instead not eat and then be fucking angry.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Totally.
like you say one thing and I'm like, I might kill you right now for
Yeah.
just like
Yeah, yeah.
telling me
I
something
will
stupid.
say, what we went into Adepticon with was Bricky's Guide to Adepticon.
Honestly, yeah, pretty good guide. But he was doing it for LVO, I think. But it's the same thing.
yeah.
Who's we? You and Terry?
Yeah,
Because
Yeah,
I
well,
didn't
it's
even
just
know
like-
about this.
yeah. I mean, it's just general things of like,
Especially if you're playing.
if you're playing, like, make sure you bring good footwear, like shit you're doing. Don't eat Cheetos all day. You
Yep.
want to eat fucking carrot sticks.
yeah, he's like
or-
bring apples and fruit and
Yeah.
fucking vegetables.
especially if you're touching models. You don't want fucking
Yeah.
shit all over your hands.
yes, yep. The yoga mat if you're playing like on the
Dude,
ground,
yes.
just like freaking that impact.
I bought
forwarding
one.
shit.
I got one now.
Yeah,
I
and
will
then
say-
having little carts and shit to push your shit around.
Yes,
if you're
yes,
playing,
if you're
we
playing.
weren't really playing. But
Correct. Our crew, a good 40% of it does not sleep.
No, which is not good.
You will not outlast Steve and I. So
No.
Yeah, just pack up when you're
Oh yeah,
tired.
dude.
Don't
I will.
try.
Yeah, I don't try to hang with the big dogs. I'll go back to the room and nap for a couple hours, and I suffer from really bad FOMO, so I always just like pout the whole time.
It's
but
better
like,
to
yeah.
go take a nap though and stay up. In my
Yes,
opinion,
yes.
as far as experiencing the con, because from like 2 to like 6, nothing's really happening.
no, and that is the perfect time to go out on the floor, go look
Oh, yeah.
around, go look for
Go
deals,
nap.
go nap, like anything like that.
2 to 6 a.m. though is fun.
Oh yeah, that's the real hours. Going to White Hut, getting fucking crazy in the back rooms, like
Post grinder game, those people just giving us beers, and then like going to Denny's immediately afterwards. And then the lady made me put the beer into a cup that she
Yeah.
gave me. Dude, that lady was the best.
Chaos.
dude. I have an idea. You said like just this conversation. I had a good idea. What if we did like without the actual blood, but do like a blood rave in the back?
Yeah.
Make an insane mess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a guar show.
Just get like a red like spinning light, turn all the lights off, and just
Dude.
cranking the fucking confusion.
Okay, I thought you meant literally spray.
I also-
I did preface that by saying without the blood.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, like turn the sprinklers on and fucking ruin the room.
Would be
Yeah.
pretty cool. Honestly.
Well, when you say blood rave, it's like, all right, well, a blood rave without the blood is just a rave.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last year we joked around about having a show in the back. It's just what you could.
We could.
And we could. We totally could.
There are rumors of a grimdark 2 a.m. flea market.
Where is it going to be?
We'll have to find out.
Listen, there's plenty of space at 2 a.m. It's like you're kind of.
There's an individual that will be walking around probably with a trench coat,
Selling their wares.
trading their wares.
Who?
Trench coat.
Wait.
Don't worry about who.
Don't
Oh.
worry about it.
I don't know.
All right,
who
we got
for that.
anything else on
I got
Adepticon
ideas.
advice?
Sleep when you can.
Sleep,
up late.
shower.
Shower is like
food.
needed.
Yeah.
Food. Always have a snack on you. Something.
Yes.
And the thing is,
There's
like,
a Trader
everyone-
Joe's
Yes,
nearby.
always.
Yes.
Yeah.
I suggest going out, taking an Uber to Trader Joe's, pick up stuff and keep it at your hotel room, and then. I know we talk about like good for
Or
you
in your bag.
snacks, like snacks that like, oh yeah, this is healthy. Like comfort snacks though,
Absolutely.
go the longest way for me and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like a little cookie, a little treat. Oh my god,
You're a
when I'm
big
feeling
treat.
down,
You're a big treat guy.
I
Yeah,
am.
I mean, if you've never been to a convention before, this is the marathon of conventions.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's also if you're on our team, like we had. I mean, you know what I mean.
The room never ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just hang out. You can come and
Exactly.
sit.
We
and
got
we'll just
you.
yap for a bit.
Lay on the floor.
Lay on the floor, dude. You just come chill instead of being on the.
We
fucking,
take care of our own.
Nice song. Who said that? You, Steve? Good song.
What?
Great
All
song.
right, I got a heady question from us.
Oh, heady.
from our friend Rory.
I love Rory.
What is the difference between art and product, and how would you define both? Where does the hobby fit in?
Art and
So for
product.
me, so this is how I make the
This
definition.
is heady.
Definition here. Art is when you are making something that is your vision, you want to make it.
Mm-hmm.
Product is when you are making something trying to anticipate what other people want and what other people are expecting.
You know, I do like.
You're
that.
giving
That's
other
really
people's
good.
input on what you're making.
Yes,
Art is for yourself, product is for someone else.
I really like that. Actually, honestly, it's like if you're gonna do a nice little simple sum up of it, that sounds great.
Listen,
All right.
I don't even have the art degree.
I really like that. That's a good way to put it. I don't know if there's anything that we could even.
I have
add to
nothing
that.
to add.
I got you.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
we can,
like I'm trying to even think
Continue.
of. That was like a nice way to simply put it. There's nothing I can really add that's
You know, I'm
going
gonna
to
be
like,
real.
help.
I'm pretty
that at
sure
all.
you taught me that
What do you mean?
mindset fucking forever ago, and I'm just rehashing it now to sound intelligent in front of you. But
Oh, dude, thank you so much.
yeah, you know, it's all for you.
I mean, like, I don't know, like the idea of making a product with other people's.
Oh, I got a
vision in
good one.
mind. Not
I got a good one.
Whoa, you're just cutting the line,
Yep,
bro.
yep.
Yeah.
This is
Cut
from
in here.
TNP Matt.
Wow.
Who is the most scatterbrained, and what is the most scatterbrained thing each of you has done? So
That's a
most
fucking-
scatterbrained.
That's a competition.
I think.
I know.
I feel like me for sure.
I feel like us three are in the running. Terry is just very well-oiled machine.
When things go out of order, I get really upset.
Yeah.
Like forgetting Simso Shield Slam. I really start to fold, but then I immediately correct it, which is me buying
You're
a
like,
calendar for that case.
What's those? The Rune
Goldberg
machine? That's you, but like really delicate. It's running so well, but the second you forget something, it just crashes to the floor.
Yeah. I try not to let it impact me too much, but I do have to put systems in place to keep myself going.
Putting everyone on blast here, there is an inside joke in the crew that Steve runs on Steve time.
I do.
So
Yeah, if Steve is 10 to 15 minutes late for something, that is early for him.
That's literally not true.
it is
Early?
Steve
beyond
will be hours late for things.
Like when? Give me an example.
Pretty much anytime we're meeting up to games
yeah.
somewhere.
Hours late?
Hours.
No.
before I knew
I mean, maybe
of
if
Steve time,
if you are being held up.
before
Okay. So that's not Steve time.
before I knew of Steve time, Mruck would tell me stories of Steve time, and it is still a little
way to
true.
pass the buck. Way to
Yeah,
pass
yeah,
the buck.
yeah.
I will accept that.
I
Like 10 to
have
15
never noticed
minutes
it.
late. Like
I
10 to
haven't.
15, generally.
I mean,
The
today-
thing is,
I've never noticed you.
today was I had to pack 4,000 points of ogres
Yeah.
because I changed.
You could have done that earlier.
I woke up at 8. I had to leave by 9.
That's
Yeah.
Steve time.
I've never noticed it, Steve.
It's okay.
I've never-
I'm
accept
usually
that.
pretty late. I'm a solid 30 to 40 minutes late every day for
You were early
work,
Yeah,
kind
you
of.
Me and
Well, I was
Sarah were
early
talking about how
today.
punctual you are.
Yeah.
Well,
The last 3 times, I'm the one that's like, we need to be early for recording, and then I'm fucking last one here. Or
And I
Yeah,
started to be like, maybe I'll give the chair to the first person here.
I
But
think that's a good idea.
it's just
this
Phil
is
every
the
time.
last time we'll be recording in
That's
this space.
true.
Next time we
Yeah.
record, we'll
well,
be in the new space. so.
if I like want to be somewhere or want to do something, I'm usually pretty punctual. But like I said, work. It's a good thing that
work.
like
I'm on time or early.
work. I'm never on time. So I'm generally they want you to be at your first appointment between 8 and 8:30 a.m. My job. I'm very rarely somewhere before 9.
yeah.
That's the way to be. Fuck
Yeah.
a job.
Fuck a job.
My only example for that question, the most scatterbrain thing, which I don't even know if it goes
Yeah,
to
I
Steve
can't
time.
think
It's
of-
not scatterbrain, but like doing my more time board the afternoon night before. you know.
I think that's just putting things off, and we're all guilty of that.
Well, it wasn't even like putting. It was just like I'd work every day on it, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you can only do so much in a day until it's
Yeah.
time crunch, and then I'll paint an entire army the night before I'm supposed to play.
all of us
I
are
chip away.
all of us are scatterbrained when it comes to literally forgetting what I'm trying to talk about. That's how scatterbrained I am. Jesus Christ.
While you think about
this
it,
is an honest.
I chip
forgetting.
things out. If you ever have big tasks, I've talked about it before.
Yeah,
the Pomodoro
20 minutes.
technique, you chip things out, dude. It's the fucking best. Do 25 minutes a day. You'll be done with whatever you're fucking working on in a week or whatever, however long it takes, but it's much easier. I changed all of the handles in my kitchen from one to the other, one a day.
But you
There you
still
go.
haven't
But
put
I've
up
done it.
your toilet paper holder.
Which one? Oh, that one? Yeah. Well,
Or fix the
I need to
wall.
paint that. I
Well,
need to
Terry
paint that
doesn't
wall.
wipe, so it's not really.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
I don't wipe.
He just takes a shower immediately.
I use
after
the
pooping.
towel to wipe. and then I
Waffle
hang
stomp
it back
into
up.
the toilet.
Yes.
Or into the shower. I remembered what I was cutting you off
See,
for.
I knew it. I knew I would just save some time here.
We are scatterbrained when it comes to remembering things we have talked about on the podcast.
Oh, that's
Oh, dude,
that's
they
fine.
can listen twice. People love hearing
3
things multiple
times.
times.
Xander
Yeah.
Cage, Triple
Yes.
X,
Hogwarts,
Hogwarts,
Xander Malfoy.
stories about whatever that we tell 3 times.
I think
Yeah. Talking
scatterbrainedness
about Motorstorm.
in general, not even just us, is a direct correlation to how excited you are about things.
Yeah,
yeah, Triple X rocks.
yeah. Motorstorm rocks.
Hatebreed rocks.
Us getting shit out of the way for the new studio, fucking handled in 2 days.
What do you
I
mean?
was like, guys, I need your information. You were like, boom, here it is.
Yes.
We need to do this. Boom.
Oh,
here
you
it
guys
is.
are really good at that. Honestly, I work a lot slower than you guys. When you guys want to get shit done, especially you two, Steve and
I have a
Gage,
problem.
You guys get fucking shit done. Like the fact that you're like, I'm going to do zombie game on the way to the battle standard.
It's already written. I'm already
Like,
done.
you're done. Like, that's what I mean. Like, you guys, when you want to get shit done, you get shit done, which is always really impressive to me.
That was
Group chat goes 30 messages deep, Steve and
Yep.
I, an hour, and then you two will reply, thanks for getting this done, guys. And I'm like, yes.
Literally,
like all the new shirts are done.
Yeah.
all the designs
Dude,
are done.
that was
It's
like a
sorted.
day.
It's all set. The Mordheim map. I wrote the Mordheim map rules because I changed all the rules to it for campaign play and finished all the house rules. It's all done.
Yeah.
Took me an afternoon.
I've tried to incorporate some Steve-isms into my life of just being able to get shit done like that because it's super impressive when you do it.
Well, the problem is I get hyper focused and like once it's there, it's not going anywhere. So if you're like, hey, let's go get dinner. Hey, let's do this task instead. It's like, no, get out of my way.
Yep.
I haven't
I'm on
eaten
the
in
tracks.
18
Get out of
hours.
my fucking way.
Do you have a problem if you do accept going off the tracks? Do you have a problem going back? Like right now, my hill giant, I don't even want to look at it.
I do because
you
I
just gotta start, dude.
Well, that's
I
what
have
I'm
a,
saying.
I have a
25
problem
minutes.
sitting back down. Once I sit down and
Yeah.
start working, it's fine. But it's like you pulled me from that task, and now I can't even think about it, or I'm gonna only think about it. Like, oh, you pulled me to go get dinner, or you pulled me to go do some other thing. It's like I'm only thinking about that task that I'm not doing, and
Right.
now I feel like I'm being lazy and not finishing something that I should be because
Right.
I started working on it.
But yeah, the most scatterbrained is Phil. So there you go.
And so scatterbrained that I couldn't even think of an example.
Yeah. Also, but Phil, if we were living in
Barely functioning human.
if we were living in like the late 19th century, you would have been a beautiful
an
little
artisan.
Like, yeah, you would have been a romantic.
I'm
like,
very
wandering.
easily overstimulated. I think I have some sort of like sensory processing disorder. You know, I was deprived of proper behavioral therapy as a child, so
What do you mean?
I never got any sort of anything for any like neurodivergence.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Oh,
you know, I
yeah,
was
yeah.
never.
Same.
They never put me in special education. Never
Yeah, yeah.
anything.
Well, you know.
Well,
They gave me meds a few times.
it's funny that's.
Well, I'm super. I've been on fucking meds like my entire life. I feel like I should go off of them.
probably.
Weigh in, people. Should I go off? Should I go off meds?
Yeah, listeners, should he go off his meds? That's
Email
beautiful.
us at hivescum
Yeah, we'll have
gmail.com.
we'll have a little poll for you to fill out. Should Phil go
All
off
right,
his meds?
I think we should move on.
That's a great place to end it. All right, what do we got next question?
All right,
Master?
from our friend Human Fly out in Poland.
Oh, the guy.
Which from all the fantasy sci-fi universes are the best to live when you are just an average person on these
Ooh.
worlds? So I think most fantasy and sci-fi is defined by like a state of conflict, like
Yeah.
in the media. So they're all pretty bad. I'm gonna say Harry Potter because it's fucking young adult children shit. I wouldn't
That
even.
would be cool.
You're an average person. You're not even at Hogwarts, so you don't know what's going on.
No, but it's sick, dude. It's sicker if you're not at Hogwarts, dude. The amount
You're
of
just a
fucking
guy.
dude, but like all the weird magic shit that happens outside of Hogwarts
Yeah, the
is
London
so
shit
cool.
is crazy.
Yeah,
I could
the
be
London
I
shit.
could be Harry's shitty cousin or whatever.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Dudley.
Yeah, that would
or-
be me.
But the neighbor is their neighbor is this
She's-
old cat lady, and she's I forget what they call the people.
thought she
who
was a
aren't.
wizard.
She is, but she
Muggles.
doesn't know how. No, but she is a wizard, but doesn't know how to use her power. She was never taught,
Oh.
and so there's a
She's
certain
force
name-
sensitive, but
Yeah.
not a Jedi.
That's sick.
which is like how cool is that? Like, there's a lot of people that are living that like don't know how to do magic, but they have weird shit that happens around them.
They were never
because
approached by
yeah,
Hogwarts.
It's like real life.
Yeah, it's true. True. Dude, shout out Otherworld. I've been listening to those clairvoyant those clairvoyant episodes of Otherworld are really fucking dope.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
shout out another podcast.
Yeah, shout out Otherworld podcast for
fucking
all
sick.
your spooky. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask for a clarification of the question. So it's like any world, not necessarily like
Sci-fi
just
or
40K.
fantasy, right?
Any,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, any
Oh,
sci-
dude,
sci-fi
40K
or
would be the
fantasy.
I don't
worst,
even want to do
probably.
that.
Well, they say the average person just never even sees a space marine.
Yeah,
Oh,
but that doesn't
you
mean
live
that,
your
that
life
doesn't mean that their life is good.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
correct.
What is it?
Well,
like
the
you're-
average person is Hive Scum.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
That's why we are Hive Scum.
We're the
We are-
average
we are
man
the
here.
average Joes.
Yeah, we're the
We
Yeah,
still
someone-
go to work
Someone said that
tomorrow.
we're the we all have jobs like we're from fucking what's the fucking children's book?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Jobs
No.
in a children's book? What
said that we all
Berenstain
have-
Bears?
Something I can't remember. I'm not gonna pull it up.
Berenstain Bears.
Berenstain
It was
Bears,
it was like
Berenstain
Busy
Bears?
Town or something.
Shoot, with the guy with the apple.
yeah.
Richard Scarry.
Richard
Yeah,
Scarry.
Richard Scarry.
Yeah, there you go.
I think it's called Busy Town.
Yeah, you might be
yeah,
right.
Richard Scarry. Yeah, he said
Dude,
we all have
very
jobs.
cool.
that come
Very
from
cool
there.
books.
Yeah.
Very fucking cool books. Yeah, if I had to pick a world to live in, I know I'm jumping the gun on Steve. I mean, Harry Potter is very good. I might pick Harry Potter, but Star Trek, dude. Star Trek fucking rocks, man.
Just an average guy living in a
yeah,
space
I want to be
station.
just like doing anything, dude.
You're
the
a
world
teacher
is so
on the space
oh,
station.
Again,
dude,
you got
oh.
there's not what is defining average? Are you part of the?
No, you
Oh,
are
I
just
don't want
a
to be
guy.
on the bridge. Yeah, I don't want to be working on the bridge or anything. I want to work for Geordi. I want to work for learn how to use the fucking hyperdrive.
The
and all that
highlight of
shit.
your day is like delivering papers to the bridge, and you're like, oh, I got to see it today.
Dude, talk about fucking 5S, dude. The goddamn freaking ships, dude. The Enterprise. Oh, dude, beautiful workstations. And everybody's there for a common goal.
Efficiency.
You
Yeah.
have like the machine that you can be like Earl Grey tea hot, like fucking Picard. Oh, dude, also just getting to work for Picard. I would want to work for Picard. I would want to be on this
He'd
ship.
be a good guy.
I want to run into him every
He
once
would
in a while and
see
be
you
like, you're
and-
really cool, and then keep going.
He wouldn't
Dabs
remember
you up
your
in the
name,
hallway.
Yeah.
but he would be like, "It's so good to see you."
Hey, Trey.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't
I'd
mess
be
up
like,
your
I
name.
don't even care. I don't even care. Captain Picard.
today.
Yeah, he rocks.
For the same reason of what you both just said, I would pick the Forgotten Realms. Just like
That would be a good
You're
one.
just a guy.
just a guy. You know what? Like you go. Maybe you save up your pennies and you get to go see the alchemist, and like he does some crazy shit behind
Yeah.
the counter, and you're like, whoa. Or like maybe you walk by the Blackstaff Academy, and you're like, look at these fucking wizards in school. Or
Yeah.
like maybe one day, maybe I'll have a kid that's a wizard, and I can go in there.
I know this is breaking the patron wall, but on our Patreon episode, we talked about how I just don't really like high stories, like a lot of things that are happening. Dude, that's the kind of stories I like, where it's just like you've been saving up your pennies to go see a fucking or there's rumors of like a witch in the woods, and
Right.
you're a teenager and you go look for nothing big happens, like maybe you never even see her, but it's like weird shit just happens. That's just a little eerie. That shit rocks. Yeah, I would love to be that. Average person for Forgotten Realms.
You know what you might like the setting is the book The Anubis Gates.
Oh, I've seen those.
Well, there's only one book,
Damn.
the Anubis Gates.
Choke him out,
He's
dude.
seen the gates.
He's seen the gates.
too.
Oh, that's crazy.
Got him.
So Anubis Gates is it's generally considered as the progenitor of steampunk, though you would never recognize it as steampunk. It's like kind of a time travel story. Sort of takes place in like the 1800s and the 1600s.
Oh, cool.
And it's very street level, dirty ass like London.
Love that shit.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of historical people are characters in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Steve?
Yeah, Steve, where are you living?
Where you living?
Not for like the alien aspect, but aliens. I just want to be a space trucker.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
hell yeah.
that'd
Or
be
Cowboy Bebop, space
Yeah,
trucking.
dude.
Oh, dude.
Like I'm not gonna be
cool.
I mean, being a cowboy would be sick.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, I'm just the guy fucking driving a big
Dude.
rig in space,
That'd be
cowboy hat.
Or have you ever seen Space Dandy? I don't know if you guys are.
I know of it. I've never actually
Yeah, yeah.
watched it.
Dude, this is a
The art is
strange
very
universe.
weird.
It's made by the same guy who did Cowboy Bebop, and I don't remember the guy's name. Samurai Champloo. That same guy. But Space Dandy is disco themed
Yeah.
because they all have like a musical.
That's sick.
Or like I don't know, 80s.
Samurai
electronic.
Shampoo is the hip hop one,
Yep.
which is very sick. Mugen,
Dude, oh
he's
my
the
God,
boy.
freaking the best. I mean, come on. It's like not even like we can't even talk about it because
The
it's just
samurai
like,
that smells like dandelion? Is it
Yeah.
dandelions or
Sunflowers.
sunflowers?
Yeah.
I was playing Ghost of Tsushima last week, and I turned the music off, and I had just put Liquid Swords on,
Yes.
and it
all
was
right.
fucking.
You finish
sick.
it?
No,
The ending is so
I'm at. I had just got to the northern part of the map.
good. Okay, so you're pretty close.
Am I?
I mean, the northern.
Not like the way top, like when you get past the your uncle, like when you rescue your uncle.
Yeah.
I got to that.
Uncle.
Okay.
Which, because the bottom half of the
Uncle.
map took forever because I wanted to explore the whole map. I wanted to see everything. I wanted to get all
every
done.
every
Uncle
side
Adam.
quest, every
Uncle
little
Adam.
every little thing
Yeah.
to grab on the map. Yeah, dude, the story really ramps up. It has a great dramatic like turns to the end. It's so good.
Yeah, dude. Even just like the Straw Hat guy,
Like an emotional ending.
the Straw Hat Ronin,
the Ronin,
like when they
your old
betray you,
friend.
dude, and I had to,
Yeah.
dude, it was so. But that was a fight
try
I was
not to
doing
spoil.
during like I'm listening to Liquid
think-
Swords while
think
that's
you might-
happening, and it was fucking sick.
I feel like you might have gone multiple. I can't remember because it's been years since I played it when it first came out. I don't know if there's like if you can make different decisions,
I don't think so.
because I remember, taking
Yeah.
care of that guy, but I feel like it was later in the game.
Just so the listeners know, these guys are talking a lot in hand gestures, so they don't spoil Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, as long as you don't know what.
Tsushima is an actual place, and I think it was. Obviously the story is fictional, but it was sort of a stopover for the Mongols when the Mongols were trying to get
Oh, really?
to. That's what the game is about. It's the Mongols
shit.
are on their way to Japan,
Dude.
and they stop off at this island, and you're sort of this samurai who is
You're like
your
your
covertly.
clan.
Well, you're covertly. You are like a samurai. You face your enemy face to face, but
Honor.
you're sort of part of the conflict in the story is that you are. You have to be stealthy. You
Yeah.
are like kind of going behind.
You're
doing
kind of bringing
stealthy
shame
shit.
to your name.
Yeah, and it is.
Oh, cool.
It is shameful, like the way that you are like dealing with this conflict.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's
game.
really cool.
Yeah.
Like it brings that like the whole code of honor in your family and your
yeah.
uncle like
the whole
kind of
game
looks
is
down on it a little bit.
Is a love letter to like Kurosawa and different like samurai
I was going to
films.
say.
All of the different like little side quests and stuff
Oh, they're so
are
good.
are great little episodic. Like they're I mean, every mission you do feels like it would be like a
movie.
not I would say just like a half-hour episode of like TV of
yeah.
just like a samurai TV show, because you can just take care of a mission really quick. It always has like a great NPC that you deal with. If it's like a recurring NPC, it always advances their sort of
Yep.
storyline,
There's
but
been-
is still like contained within that.
Even the mini ones, like the quests that are just a one shot, like I remember specifically like that bridge. Those people are trying to cross the bridge at like the southern part of the map. And it's like kind of a vital bridge for them to be traveling to get, they're running away from the Mongols, but there's bandits on the bridge and you have to stop. You have to go deal with the bandits. And I just did a quest the other week where a girl is like crying at a river saying she needs help finding her family, blah, blah, blah. You go to the house, you investigate, and you find out that the girl crying at the river kind of like gave her family up, and the Mongols came and fucking killed her family. And then
Yeah.
you go back to report everything and like confront her, and she fucking drowns herself in the
Yeah,
river.
it's pretty dark. It's pretty
Savage
dark.
shit.
Yeah.
It's cool.
That is wild. Next question.
All right. So, from our buddy Chris Cryptoquirlic.
The best.
When the inevitable future of cyberpunk becomes reality, everyone
Now.
will be getting cybernetic implants and prosthetics.
Mm-hmm.
That means there will be a surplus of medically clean, ethically sourced, and consensually harvested human body parts. So would you? Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
absolutely.
Like my hands hurt now from all the
So
years
much of my
painting.
body sucks.
If I could replace like my hip joints and like my hands, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Body sucks.
a lot of it. Yeah.
Would it just like a robotic part? You could feel everything with it. Like, is that
Yeah.
how cybernetics work?
Yeah.
Like,
The
it's
idea isn't like a damn peg leg or a
Yeah.
hook hand.
You get it,
You,
you
have
feel.
full. And I mean, we're sort of on. I feel like we're on the edge of that because so much of feeling is in your brain. That's why like phantom limbs.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
people like they lose a limb but they can still feel it. I can't remember where the fuck I it was definitely on a podcast. I can't remember what pod. Oh, I think it might have been Otherworld. Someone was talking about hearing a story about someone's grandfather had like a prosthetic leg, and they, for whatever reason, they buried the leg. The grandfather was still alive, but they buried the leg or something, and he kept having phantom pain, or like phantom, he could feel the leg. It was really itchy. So they exhumed the prosthetic leg and found that it was facing the wrong way. The foot was
No
facing
shit.
the headstone or something. So they moved it around, and then he stopped feeling the phantom pain.
Dude. That's just crazy.
Cute little apocryphal story.
yeah.
But yeah. So any other thoughts on the
I mean, I would,
prosthetics?
I think.
Yeah?
100%.
I mean, I don't know.
What do you want specifically?
What do I want?
Oh, I want eyeballs.
Oh, yeah.
Like
New
cybernetic
eyes.
eyes.
Like what's his name in Ghost in the Shell?
Yes. Oh, that'd be so sick.
Oh, yeah.
I'm blanking really hard on his name right now.
I don't remember it either, but he is great.
Yeah, he's awesome. I can tell you, I just did a full startup on the 3D printing organ lab in Harvard.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
That's
so
cool.
we are very close to not just
Just think, you have a hand and there's like a switch out little fucking X-Acto blade on
Yeah,
your
like
fucking
your
finger.
Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, straight up, like for hobbying.
Little
Little
I say-
paintbrush, like
Give
fucking
me-
flips
give me
out.
a whole body.
You're just doing
Do you think if your consciousness is nothing but
like altered carbon style.
Oh,
I don't
that'd
know,
be
I've never
so
seen
tight.
Altered Carbon.
Oh, bro.
It's pretty
Yeah.
sick sci-fi.
Well, like I said, I haven't watched the TV show in many
Sleeves,
years.
right?
I don't.
They call them sleeves.
Yeah.
If you want me to watch something, you got to strap me down Clockwork Orange style, or
Yeah.
else I will not commit to watching
Season
anything.
1,
Second
perfect.
reference.
Yeah, it's straight up like your
But
mind is like downloaded into a body.
Well, that's because that's because like obviously we don't understand consciousness, and that's not to get too like heady here.
Yeah,
like,
go there.
if we understand that like consciousness is nothing but it's an electrical impulse, you can take your consciousness out of your body and put it into anything.
Well, now
Oh, Jesus.
make that decision corporate. The first episode, it's like he wakes up and then there's like a little.
Oh, yeah. I
there's
mean,
like a
we
little
live in
girl-
hell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a little girl crying. Or no, I'm sorry. It's an old man. It's an old man who's crying, and then like this just like middle-aged dad who's just like, "Honey, is that you?" And it's like his daughter was like hit by a truck and killed, but like
they couldn't afford.
they couldn't afford a little girl sleeve, so well, you get your daughter back, but she's an old man, and her brain is in this old
Oh,
man body,
shit,
and he's
no
just
way.
like, "Yeah, Daddy, hi, let's go home. I want
my
to play with the
God.
dog." Like,
Yeah,
That sucks.
it's real dark. Well, then
Yeah.
like if you're a bad guy too, they can just bring you back. So, like
you back in whatever the fuck
Yep.
they want you to be in.
I think at that point though, I might just be like I think that point I might
Just let
be
yourself
like
die?
a revolutionary and just be like, I'm gonna start like
Well-
taking down the.
Congratulations, that's the plot of the show.
All right, good, thank you. Well, it has to be. What else is you know what I mean? Like this sucks. That sucks. I hate it.
I don't know how far out of the bounds of the question is, but I would save up everything I had in my whole life to get mantis blades.
Oh, I don't know what mantis blades
Your
are.
forearms
Oh yeah,
fold
yeah.
out to be like a scything mantis blade.
What do you need that for?
Why wouldn't you need
Getting
mantis
getting
blades?
produce at the
are you
store.
are you a warrior assassin? I want a bionic asshole. I want
just the
I
second
want-
you digest your food, it explodes into the toilet like a gunshot.
Ejecto eject button.
most everything that's like sensory. Like I feel like I want like better eyes, a
Garbage
better-
disposal for
but not
mouth.
even not even like in like a crazy awesome one. Just like like I don't have good vision. I need better eyes. Like my hearing isn't great. Oh, let me get ears that work right.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I don't know.
I have
Like,
like
instead of getting
I have
fucking-
I mean, I know you can get surgery for deviated septum, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a nose that is more functional. I really only breathe out of one nostril.
I mean, like, no matter what, this canon can always. If you thinking about things like this, it will always turn into like corporate mega hell because, like,
Of course.
why wouldn't someone be cashing in
Well-
on the fact that Phil wants new eyes? You know what I mean?
And here's the thing: is so much of our individuality is based on how we sensually deal with the world.
Yes.
And so if you're
Sensory
if you're,
and sensually.
if you're replacing those with like Apple eyes or like
Yeah.
Tesla ears or some shit, it's like, oh, now you're unable to like really like hear
Yeah.
what.
As long as you pay the subscription
real.
bonus,
Oh,
you'll
God.
get your.
But then
your
it's just going to
hearing.
be like some derivative of whatever Elon Musk wants you to hear, or
Right,
whatever
right. Yeah.
not. But
We
like,
are the voice of the underground.
Your ears do not hear competitive technologies words.
Oh yeah, dude.
see like shit like that.
You'd be like, "Oh, have you seen the new Microsoft ears?" But all you would hear is, "Oh, have you seen the new?"
and it's just like
And
yeah.
Literally
What?
muted. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah. See,
Unless it's like connected to a bad word, like
Yeah.
fuck Microsoft.
you have to type it in to get around the swear filter. Real Bob had a baby. It's a boy shit.
and so much of it is like I feel like you could think about the AI and like AI art and how that's just kind of like it looks a certain way every time you see AI art.
Yeah,
You're like, okay,
yeah.
I can tell like a certain vibe. It's like, well, it's because it's fucking made by computers. Like
Right.
it doesn't have like it's not making like individual thoughts and
Right,
choices when it's making something creative. It's just like this weird rendering of whatever the computer wants it to render or is gathering.
Yeah.
I've been watching the South Park. There's a bit that they do for like 5 episodes where they're fighting against ads. Have you seen this?
No.
Oh, it's real like almost like Terminator shit where it starts with Jimmy has a newspaper that he will not do ads in, and he like will not accept ads. And,
My
like,
guy.
And like Geico comes to him, and they're like, "Hey, we want to give you $2 million to just say, like make it a story, like Geico is good insurance." And he's just like, "No, that's still an ad. Fuck you, get out of here."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Okay," and he like pulls out a gun, and he's like, "You can't stop ads. Ads are forever."
Amazing.
And like it goes down this wormhole where like ads are starting to replace people. Like people, they look like people, but they're actually ads in person. Be like, "Have you seen this cool thing?" Like.
Yeah. We don't have any ads on here, but would you hand me those Bounty brand paper towels so that way I can wipe down my Coca-Cola Classic that I've spilled on this table?
From IKEA.
Phil is looking around for.
I don't know if you're joking. Or
was just
oh yeah,
making
you're
a
not
joke.
drinking Coke.
No.
I would say I didn't see any paper towels.
See?
I'm like scanning the room
This
like
is how
a
I
fucking
slip ads.
moron.
This is how I slip ads into it.
All right, so we're gonna do one more question
All right.
for you guys.
I like this question, Master. I feel like whoever's in the
This
comfy
isn't
seat-
no. This isn't going to be it anymore.
Oh, I forgot we're moving
last
to the
episode.
new space.
We're gonna have
Yeah,
a projector with the questions on the.
Oh
Yeah.
dude, yes.
Well, we'll just put them right into our eyeballs when we get our cybernetic eyes.
So just to bring it back around to our victory lap over our final, we finally got our space. Woo! Kieran asks, what is a non-hobby related item each of you wants in the new space?
VCR TV.
Yeah, that's
done.
going to be
It's
for
gonna
sure.
happen.
That's like such an easy one to do, and it's going to be so sick.
We have a-
I already have the VCRs. We
Yeah.
just need a
Yeah.
TV.
and he, so
Couch.
does
I have the
he.
TV.
Microwave.
Yeah,
I mean,
TV.
as
A
much.
big,
Oh, you haven't been over yet.
big
I have a
CRT,
36-inch CRT.
and then we'll have a
That
big.
takes up like too much room.
No, because
Not
it's
in
like-
our space. It's
yeah.
fucking massive.
And we need to see it from across the room because it's not like it's going to be like this little
Right.
guy here that's right next to your hobby space. It's going to be like, oh, okay,
Get
it's
some
up on the-
speakers set
Plus,
up.
you just still mount that 36er up on the fucking wall.
Yeah,
you know what I
fuck
mean?
it.
Like, who cares? You will do it, dude.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Someone walks by, just pray they don't get killed.
Yeah, 100%. No, you'll
300-pound TV falls.
You'll
on
drill
them.
that shit into the concrete.
Yeah, drill the TV.
I
into
would
it.
rather build like a rack to store it on and then store stuff
probably
on.
that.
I have a
That's what
little
we'll do, but-
thinger for it to stand on.
I just want all the creature comforts of home, so I can spend as much time there as possible. I need a nice couch
Definitely need a nice
for
couch.
late night
gotta be a sleeper
sessions. If
couch,
I get
though.
if I get to sleep there.
We're gonna pull a couple
mini,
all-nighters.
mini fridge,
Yes.
microwave, air fryer, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
We'll have a little kitchen in there.
Yeah.
We have. So the space.
There's gonna be shop dues for supplies.
Here he goes.
the
Here we
space
go.
is through a friend who has a connection to something else as well. But right now there is like no limitations on this space. So all nighters, slumber parties.
Yeah.
we pillow fight.
Yeah.
We should
could kiss.
commemorate it with an
Wow.
all-night build session, terrain
Wow.
build session. Because everyone's hitting me up being like, "When can I bring terrain there? When can I bring supplies
Yeah, everyone
there?"
for all of our
Dude, I love blurs.
our immediate gang all wants to offload all the crap
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
taking space.
We'll
and they're
take it.
Oh
Just
yeah, we'll
give
take
us
it.
give us a little
Yeah.
time.
Give us a damn week.
The-
Give us some time
the
to figure
build
it out
out,
where we can keep it.
We should be in there.
November 1st, he said.
The entire build will be done by
It
then.
will
will
done. I
be
think it's done
moving.
right now.
Wow.
You should ask him if we can bring stuff down there.
I did. The problem is the hallway is getting worked on now. We have a private hallway. We have a private entrance.
Dude, so sick.
Yeah, parking area.
2 parking areas.
Yeah, outdoor grassy area.
That's the thing. So my answer, because I'm always so jealous
grill.
of little grills that people have outside of their
grill
little
and
like
pic- yeah,
industries.
we need grills and picnic tables.
Yeah.
Just to be hanging outside.
He suggested it to us.
Yeah.
As we're walking out, he goes,
hey,
"Oh, this is where you put your grill if you want. You just leave it
Oh
here."
my god! Just some chairs outside, sitting
Yeah,
outside after
just
painting
chilling.
inside forever. Oh, it sounds great. That would be mine. And then
Outdoor hobby area is required. Like we have our own picnic
Oh,
table
yeah.
to like prime and stuff
That's
on.
what
If
I
we
mean,
don't
yeah.
prime inside,
yes, we'll need that for sure. But also, like you said, the microwave, having just the ability to make food, really
snack
quick
cabinet.
is good.
Oh, for sure.
Snack cabinet.
Snack cabinet.
Steve and I were talking before the pod of having a little Halo land set up.
Oh yeah.
Now so break down this Halo. How does that work? What do we need to do that?
2
TVs and
Xboxes.
Xbox 360s.
That's it.
Can you?
Or
I
regular
don't remember.
Xbox.
Can you connect like
Xbox,
do you need-
Xbox, yeah.
Yeah. So you can just do wire to wire,
Yep.
and that
Yep.
okay.
Why don't we get 4? We'll get 4
I
little
have-
stations.
We could.
We could.
And then we can all sit there. We have a wall bank and then we can all play each other.
Well, so the way we used to do LAN parties would be,
Oh, I remember.
if you had the setup, you'd bring your own monitor
Yeah.
and you'd have your own Xbox. But a
Yeah.
lot of the time, it would be 2 guys to a TV, and then we would do 4v4 with for
Oh,
TVs.
that's true. That's true. I forgot.
You know what else would fit in there? A hot tub.
We could.
Yeah, there we go. Hot
Costco,
tub.
$600.
We don't pay utilities, so they don't know if
They're
the
just
water
like,
bill.
why is the bill so
the water
high?
is so high this month?
If you guys can wrap your head around the idea of like all of these pluses coming, like how many places we looked at, and it's just like, oh, you have an office available? Oh, it's right next to the airport. Remember this place? And then it was like right next to a sketchy massage parlor across the street from just like a
Heroin
rundown
den.
fucking motel. And then he takes us into this space, brings us to an 11 by 11 room that's just like it freshly got
vinyl
hardwood, like, vinyl flooring.
laminate.
Yeah, laminate
And
flooring.
we were like, this is good.
Yeah, and we're like, this is great. How much? And he was like $800,
Plus
and we were
utilities.
like, maybe let us think about it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, the idea that we were even thinking about that space,
Insane.
because realistically, we wanted some place like this that's
Yes.
not an office, because we're not having like our therapy clients come in and it needs to be a very comfortable room. It's like
Right,
we
right.
need a
And-
fucking den.
Yeah.
We're there first. So anyone that moves in after, if they have a problem,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
we were here first. Take
Yeah.
it up with
Yeah.
the guy upstairs.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it's like the amount of the mall and just like, I don't even know if we ever talked about why the mall fell through, but it was just like crazy hours that we could be working and in the mall. And on top of that, just like
They had
all
8
of the
p.m.
weird rules.
They had an 8 p.m. shutdown. And we were like, okay, we'll just shut the gate and we'll just be,
Yeah.
in there. And he goes, no, you have to be out by
Yes.
8.
Which I don't understand how any business can operate
yeah.
on like
Well,
you
and
have
that's
to be
why
out by 8.
malls are dying.
Yes.
I don't want to pay security past 8, so
Yeah.
It's
you
like,
have to leave too.
What am I going to do? I'm going to steal the gumball machine? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what am I going to do here that you think that you need
40
to kick
feet
me
away
out?
from where the security guard's
Yeah.
at anyway.
I
Also,
can't
you
go
guys
past
have
this line.
security cameras,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, and then so the timing there, and on top of that, we were like, oh, okay, so we could take this desk out, right? And they're like, well, that's you see how it's bolted into the ground there, so you're gonna have to hire a professional to unbolt that.
And they need
We were
their
like,
own
what?
insurance. And then they have to pay through our insurance. It has
Yeah.
to be approved. They have to be licensed in the
I
area.
don't know how anyone does this stuff.
And I was like, to take this desk out that has a phone line running through it, we have to do all that.
Yeah.
I was like, I could just kick this thing over right now, right? It was insane.
You should have just on principle fell into it and not.
Oopsies. Yeah, and then like trying to send them emails where it's like, is there any wiggle room? And they're just like, nah. This is how it
Breaking
is.
other people's stuff rules.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Oh,
was
it does.
so
Does
silly.
it, Phil? it does.
No, Phil.
So me dropping your model doesn't bother you? and-
Uh-oh.
dude,
It
this
doesn't
is,
bother me anymore.
you could tell Steve's
What are you
getting
threatening me?
No. You just made a big deal about that.
hungry. Steve's getting hungry.
I am, dude. I'm fucking hungry.
Hangry.
What was I on? Oh, what's the non-hobby thing that you wanted? Sorry, I got really stoked on the
No, you're fine.
space.
I'm actually, it's kind of hobby related, but like just a space of creative process in general. Like
Yeah,
we were
yeah,
talking
totally.
about maybe noise shit before.
Yep.
A little
Oh,
spot.
having a space to make music. Yep.
The room is just a huge box.
Yeah,
So
which is what we needed.
If you have this shit there, and I can just do the things that I have in my head.
Well, we're gonna bring a lot of that stuff there, I think, and that way you guys don't have to buy your own like pedals and audio equipment. You can. Some of the stuff I'll probably keep here. Maybe.
Yeah, we
but-
just if we wanted, we'd buy it and throw it in your set. You know what I mean? It's just
that's the thing is it's like and then well I don't know, we'll figure it out later on. I
but
won't bring
it's
the whole
all
thing,
shit
but-
like that. Like even just like set up a fucking easel and okay, I'm gonna paint a canvas today. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like anything that I want to do in this space,
Yes.
we can get away with. And there's so much space that it would not impede on anything that we're doing anyway.
Yeah, and on top of that, it allows us to bring the freaks from the In Rust We Trust server and from the Hive Scum community, like be able to be like, oh, we're having a thing here.
Yep.
Like
Literally.
come through,
Right.
come hang out.
It doesn't
we're
have to be
grilling
at a
burgers.
place where
Yeah.
can we use the tables
Yep.
today?
Yeah.
Is there room for us today?
The
Oh, it's gonna be so. Like literally just being able to have people there and cook, literally grill burgers and go play,
Yeah.
like it was at Ian, like IPT minis,
Yep.
like house and playing Last War. But it's like we have this space always available for doing weird.
I can finally build the
campaign
World
stuff.
War II board I've wanted to build.
Dude, we can do
you
anything.
just literally
there.
leave it up.
Yeah.
And then it's like
Girlfriends and wives don't get a key.
Yeah, we'll have
Yeah.
a no girls allowed sign.
The backwards R.
Yeah, but like being able to have like Blurs come and bring his stuff that he needs, I haven't painted this. It's like Blurs, bring it by. We're just hanging out. We'll listen to music and paint this thing. Like,
Since us going to England, I've wanted to just copy Curtis's big ass painter's tarp, or not tarp, like canvas rollout.
Yeah.
Just all filled with terrain.
Yeah.
You just have that out, and you can size it to any size you
Totally.
want, and then just let's build ruined buildings today. We're gonna do that real quick, or let's just do this real quick. There's just no limitation. So
Yeah.
it's
It opens up
it's
so many
hobby related, and it's not at
possibilities.
the same time. It's just everything that I would ever want to do. I just have the space for it now.
Yeah. No, I like the idea of talking about the music stuff because we'll kind of combine forces on that, and then just making weird shit in general. But yeah, then being able to like tie, because I'm sure that there's people in our community too that it's like, oh, I wish I had access to somebody who knew how to do this or that or whatever. Start my own podcast or whatever. And it's like,
Right.
come in, hang out. We'll show you how to do it. We
Literally.
have. I don't have to have you come to my house in the middle of nowhere. We'll have this centrally located spot.
Someone
Close enough
someone
to the
fucking
airport,
fucks
too.
around with the with noise shit or music shit.
Yeah.
Plug your fucking guitar in while we're playing a game. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like any
Dude.
shit like that.
There's so much we
No
can do.
noise sets while I'm fucking playing though.
Yeah,
I will
only
kill you.
harsh sets during Steve's playtime.
Mm-hmm. He needs it.
He loves it.
He loves it. There was something I was gonna add to the end of that, but now I can't remember what it was.
We're stoked about space. We're stoked about projects.
Yeah.
Music.
One of those
We sure are. That's it.
crazy dildo machines
Oh my
with like the
God.
hydraulic arm. That's what
No.
Like a sawzall dildo.
yeah.
That'd be pretty sick.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Hive Scum. If you aren't already part of the community, check us out at the In Rust We Trust Discord, which you can find down in the description below. If you have any questions you'd like to ask us, you can find our Instagrams listed below or ask away over on the Discord. We also have extra content and other perks available to our patrons on Patreon, so if you're interested in a little bit extra and supporting our search for a studio and gaming hub, check out the link below. Until next time, folks, keep it grimdark and keep it grimy. Peace.